Live. Okay. Hello, everybody. How's everybody doing today? Today, we're going to be playing more danganronpa lapse because that's the only thing I seem to know how to do. Okay. How's everyone doing today? I hope everyone's having a great Christmas. It's Christmas Day. Yesterday was Christmas, but okay. Okay. Let's go on danganronpa labs. The best thing about danganronpa labs is how easy it is to use, if I'm being honest. Now Echo's going to be depressed for the rest of the series because if you missed out on last stream, Ashley died. So we're kind of cooked. Okay. Let me share. Okay. Okay. Let me minimize this. Set this up. Okay. Wait. And live. Okay. We're nearing the end of the trial. ... As difficult as it is, cling to what remains of Ashley, her memory. Oh my god. I love this sprite of him. Oh, I know why. Because you love reveling in the despair, too. She nursed Ashley back to health so I could kill her. Ha 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 ha. Ugh. Ashley returned to us, only to be cruelly beaten to death. That moment, that shred of relief, it was so quickly quashed. And it was so quickly mutilated into twisted, dark feelings. Haha, how pathetic. You'll never end the game like this. You'll fail once more. Despair will triumph over hope yet again, Eve. Okay, we're getting the lore. And it is all your fault. One sec, let me open my cat's door. Cat! Come here, kitty. Open. Now. Okay. Okay. Anyway, we're getting the danganronpa lapse lore. This is not their first killing game. Sounds fun. And he disappeared. Zero and Eve warped away, and the courtroom was engulfed in silent darkness once again. Echo? Missy's voice was a whisper. She laid a gentle hand on my shoulder. Hey, let's get you out of here. Oh my god. I listlessly followed Missy out of the courtroom. Everyone else filtered out of the courtroom at their own paces as well, dissolving into their own individual lost thoughts for the evening. Without a single word, Missy led me down the living quarters hall to my personal room. Before I entered, Cannon stopped me out of nowhere. I realized that must have been hard for you, Echo. But, here, just take this. Cannon handed me a photograph. Aww! Help! It was a photo of the students gathered in the atrium. Everyone was in the photo except me and Cannon. I took this photo on the first day. It was after the first killing game announcement. After the killing game announcement? I recall the moment in time. I went to my personal room after declining Ashley's invitation to use the spa lounge with Pandora. Art insisted that I work my magic and take a photo of the group since we'd been staying together as friends in this mansion. Despite that awful announcement, he still wanted to take a neat, pleasant picture. I'm a little embarrassed of it. I don't often photograph groups, but... Aw. 9:53, okay. I hope this helps ease your pain. Aw, Cannon is so nice. Why would you show me this? What do you mean? I don't want to see this. This idyllic scene of our friends who aren't with us anymore. The killings are too vivid in my mind for me to believe a simple photograph. I hate this. I'm sorry. I was just trying to help. No! Dumb bitch! Why would you do that? Why would you do that? That was important! Cannon tore the photo in half. Happy? Cannon spat her final remark with a halt before sulking off, her footsteps heavy on the carpet. Fuck you, Echo. Missy picked up the pieces of the photograph. That was awfully cold of you, Echo. What do you want me to do? I mumbled. I have nothing to offer the world as an ultimate. I can't do anything. I feel like I lost myself in that trial. I had to detach from the people I care about. For what? The truth? I just scoffed. After all, it was Missy's fault a gun was introduced into the group. It was her fault the gun fell into the wrong hands. Her fault I lost Ashley. I would not go that far, but okay. Missy sighed softly. I agree. I agree. It was a little stupid of her to bring a gun into the killing game, but it wasn't her fault. How would she have known? It was never my intention to get Ashley executed. I shrugged Missy away. I didn't want to listen to her. Echo, I get your best friend just died, but you're being kind of a bitch. I went to my personal room. I sat on the bed. What type of fucking bed is that? That's a block. I sat and I read. Oh, it's sad. It's so sad. I feel so bad for him. No, he's gonna be bitchy for the rest of the series, but whatever. He'll learn to make friends. He'll learn to adjust, I guess. Art and Ashley, they did a horrible thing for their friends. When pressed, the two of them only thought to protect the ones important to them. What an interesting concept. It's completely idiotic, though. They disregarded their lives for someone else. Selfless and stupid is what they were. Selflessness gets you nothing in return. In a game like this, you have to be selfish and act in self-preservation. Always look out for number one. Oh my god! Echo. Number one. Okay, so he just lagged. That's funny. Oh. What pleasant numbers. Okay. 6 students? Oh my god. It's only like day 5, right? Of 7? Oh, by the way, my theory that saves the mastermind, here it is. I think saves the mastermind because they've just kept bringing her up, but they're kind of like just not doing anything with her. Not only that, but I feel like under her like, you know how she got that little emo soup going on? Under that, I feel like she could have like the red eye like Monokuma, but just a theory. If she actually turns out to be the mastermind, I'll be so surprised. I slowly drew open my eyes. My chest felt tight. I inhaled deeply and exhaled heavily, as if to expel my body of all the wound up fear that stirred inside. It didn't help much. My body felt leaden, my heart hollow. Rising from the bed, I shook the remnants of a trying sleep away. Looking at my surroundings, I noticed I had thrown the covers on the pillow on the floor. It was strange. I had fallen asleep, but I saw no dreams or nightmares. My subconscious felt suspended in a null zone. The clock read 4:15! Yikes! I rubbed the exhaustion from my eyes. Feeling numb and listless, I dragged my heavy body out of bed and shuffled toward the door. But I didn't know where to go. That's not true, I mumbled to myself. There was only one place I could think of. Where is bro going? Is bro going to Ashley's personal room? Oh, shit. I stepped out of my personal room and saw Lyle down the opposite hall. He just scowled and stomped off. I went on my way. Yeah, of course Lyle's going to be a little mad at Echo. But they'll learn to be best friends after this. Lyle obviously has some importance to this game, but I don't know to which extent. I walked through the living quarters hall, through the foyer, and up the stairs to the second floor. I saw Say standing in front of the spa lounge door, weeping gently. Say, are you okay? Oh. Caught off guard, Say wiped her eyes. As I approached Say from the staircase, something gleamed in her hands. It looked like a closed pocket watch. I stared a burning hole in the door, rolling the small object between her fingers. After a moment, she managed to croak out a stiff response. This is how it was supposed to happen, isn't it? What do you mean? We can't do anything. No matter how hard we try, it'll still end like this. I had nowhere to go before I came here, but now what do I do? She was visibly shaking. It was horrible seeing her like this. Let's...
This is gonna be of some importance. I'm gonna console her. I couldn't say for certain I knew what exactly she was going through, but I just knew one thing. I understand how you feel. Scared and alone. But if it's any consolation, at least we have each other. I let the words slip out, but in truth, I wasn't confident of that sentiment in my own heart yet. She rolled the delicate disc in her hands a few times. I wonder what the item meant to her, if anything. Say didn't respond. Instead, she just wiped her tears and nodded. I spent some time with Say in solitude. Aw, sweet. Passing through the atrium, I spotted Forte glancing at the delicate globe centerpiece. He seemed to be humming to himself, but stopped when I approached. Evening, Echo. Hello. Did I interrupt you? No. It's a melancholic tune. I would really rather not bother you further with it. Uh-oh. It's a bitter, unfortunate situation we found ourselves in, isn't it? Despite the heavy words, his face read differently. His shoulders remained relaxed as he looked up past the globe, at the dark, cool sky. He seemed calm somehow. Tell me, Echo, how are you? Are you all right? No, let's not lie. No, I'm hurt. The killing game and the trials that follow. No, this whole game is horrible and I hate it. We're losing people, friends we've just met, and friends we've known. It feels like there's no end in sight. It's perfectly normal to feel devastation as we have found ourselves cautiously navigating life or death situations. The game has instigated those with a spirit inflicted with distress and grief to ends unmentionable and trials heartbreaking. What does that mean? Yes, my soul is stirring, but in my experience on the stage, these sort of feelings never last for long. We move people to tears with our performances in tragedy, the loved and lost. Yet the audience knows the performance will end, and thus they'll move on with their lives. But I can't help but wonder, when? How much longer until the curtains close on this story? Forgive me for bending your ear with my thoughts. I'll let you be on your way. No, that's okay. It's comforting to know I'm not alone in feeling afraid. Indeed, we are never truly alone. I stood in a moment of silence as Forte sang his words with clarity. Aww. This is so nice. Echo's bonding with everyone. I made my way through the atrium and up the stairs, arriving on the third floor. I spotted Missy at the marble table in the center of the third floor. She was contemplating something. Missy? Oh, Echo, excuse me. I hadn't noticed you. Mickey looked. Mickey! Missy looked unsettled. She may have been put off from what she did earlier. I closed the distance between us. What's that? This is. She moved to reveal a small decorated box. The gun, and whatever that is. Oh, a dagger. My revolver and dagger. The two weapons shone dully in the dim light of the hallway. I discovered the dagger when Cyrus allowed me to explore the room of my associate, needless to say. I didn't wish to take it with me, but here it is again, as if it were following me. And the gun? Cleaned and posed for reuse. It looks like it was the only thing to emerge from the wreckage of the smoke lounge. I see. The dangerous tools needed to continue the game were returned to the players. I stared at the weapon in her hands. I wanted more than anything to tear them out of her hands and... Oh, hey, that's... And... Echo, calm down, buddy. I didn't even know what I would do if I had them. Echo, calm down, buddy. You can't do that. I suppose it's inescapable. Missy snapped me out of my thoughts. Where there is love, grief will be following close behind. Missy seemed to harbor a great concern for whoever this dagger belonged to. Can I ask who was this person? Missy hesitated. Former love. I don't think I need to tell you how important. No, precious she was. She was so much so that I foolishly endangered everyone. The traces and signs of our friends, they've been placed to provoke us. This dagger is analogous to seeing Silva's helmet. They are items of close regard, and To see them away from their respective owner is distressing. I withheld this information because if everyone realized the truth of these items right away, we would all become distraught and lose our bearings in the midst of saving ourselves. But I just don't know anymore. I thought I knew what I was doing, but nothing makes sense. The more time we spend here, the less I know. Morbid curiosity, desire to delve further and further into a dark well for a pinch of hope, is driven me to no satisfying end. And now I'm making you suffer my consequences. Missy. Another heavy sigh escaped her lips. I've never felt so aimless. Echo, I don't expect forgiveness from you for what I did. Simply put, I introduced a weapon to the fray, which eventually caused Ashley's downfall. Let's forgive her. I understood why she did what she did. Leaving the weapon out was a show of belief that we would do no harm. I understood in theory, but... Missy, You don't need to indulge me. Missy looked at me with earnest eyes. It's easy to want to connect those two damning things together to find a reason within the tragedy, but it's merely not healthy. The truth of the bigger picture is this. Ashley meant to protect the one she cared about. And she truly wanted to remove a threat from our group, having faith that we remaining students won't do harm to each other after the fact. Despite that, regardless of the risks she took, we're still here participating in the seemingly endless game. Our predicament doesn't seem so black and white, does it? I'm sorry. I can't seem to form my thoughts. Missy's composure was fractured. She was shouldering the insurmountable weight of guilt. I didn't know what to say. I assume you've come up here for the same reason as I. I'm sorry for taking so much of your time. I'll leave you be. And thank you for trusting me during the trial. I regret having put you through all that. I nodded almost invisibly as Missy made her exit down the stairs. I realized Missy was right. The situation was too complicated to make strict judgment on what was just or unjust. At the end of the day, everyone was in pain. Why should I perpetrate it by being so callous to them? What? I sighed. Arriving where my subconscious had urged me, I stood still. I stood in the casino, feeling phantom traces of what happened just hours ago. Exasperate my bones. My mind wishfully wandered back to a time before this terrible game, a peaceful time before the despair. Back at Ashley's house? It was just the other night. Ashley and I were talking about nothing in particular, but we knew our time together would come to an end. The autumn season was coming to a close, just a few more months for our new phase of life to rise up from the horizons. We were relishing the bright, warm sun. Aww. Oh, so cute. Ashley's so tall, dude.
Have you decided where you want to go?
No, not yet. I was thinking about taking a gap year to travel. Mom! No! Leave me alone! Stop stalking me!
Traveling sounds like a dream. Seeing different people and expanding your world view.
Yeah, but then I'd have to worry about my finances if I'm on the road often.
Don't fret, there's always other options. Maybe you could travel locally. There could be interesting sites in the next city you never know about.
That's a good idea. Se fue la imagen. Oh, wait. Are you watching my live? Why? Oh no. The image did not leave. You're schizophrenic. Okay, anyway. Yes? No, it didn't. Wait. Oh my god, am I gonna have to reshare? Give me a quick moment. I see it perfectly fine. It's like, let me reshare. Should be on. Is it on? Yeah? Okay, it's on. What about you? Any interesting prospects?
Well, Papa wants me to help out on the ranch a little more. The new season's coming up, and we're expecting some competitors to stop by.
Oh yeah, the races. You get pretty busy during those weeks, right?
It's hectic, but it's fun. And I don't mind helping. In fact, I was still unsure about what I was going to do after school anyway, so this gives me more time to think.
And some more time with Oh my god. Hyperion. I'm sure he wouldn't miss you if you left.
Of course, I would miss him too.
We laughed lightly. I don't think you have too much to worry. I don't think you have to worry too much. If anything, you have a future at the ranch with your father. It's a good fallback, just in case anything were to happen, right?
Yeah, a good fallback.
A pondering silence drifted.
I think you should travel, though. It would be wonderful to hear all about your journey. Nothing is really keeping you down, no?
Not really, but the idea is a little daunting. Learning new languages to get around, not to mention finding the money to do so, it's a little risky. And we're probably not going to have many chances to see each other.
There's always a million reasons not to do some.
Yeah.
Besides, if you ever get tired of traveling, I'll always be here.
Not anymore.
Just don't forget about me, okay?
She flashed me that warm, comforting smile of hers. Too bad she's dead. She's gone now. Don't forget. I felt my heart swell. Oh, this is sad. Did chapter 3 start? Should start. Oh, wait, it's already chapter 3. Never mind then. I returned to the first floor after some time. Passing through the foyer, I saw Missy and Forte having dinner in the dining hall.
Hello again, Echo. Are you well?
Yeah, I think I'll be okay. Missy, I'm sorry if I was unresponsive earlier. I just needed some time to sort out my thoughts.
I understand. We're all going through a lot right now.
Yeah. Even though we shared a mutual sentiment, our eyes never met during the exchange. Forte broke the silence.
Echo, would you like to join us for dinner? It's been a trying day. You ought to take a moment to unwind.
I love him. No, thank you. I had so many things on my mind and no appetite to feed the thoughts.
Will you be all right?
Yeah, I just have a lot to think about.
Well, don't push yourself too hard. And don't be a stranger if you do end up wanting to join us.
Sure thing. Thanks. I left Missy and Forte to enjoy their meal in peace. I want to see Cannon. I miss her. I wandered to the middle of the main foyer and paused. Something was bothering me. One concern I had involvement, someone I hadn't seen all evening. Lyle? Should I visit Cannon? Yeah, let's visit Cannon. I want to see her. I figured since I didn't run into her in the atrium or anywhere along the way, Cannon must have been in her room. I went down the living quarter halls and knocked on the door engraved with her school symbol. Cannon, are you there? I just wanted to apologize. There was no response. I knocked once more for good measure. Silence again. Okay, it's nighttime. Okay, no wait, nighttime will begin at 10 p.m. All facilities are closed, even the darkest night will end and the sun will rise. Okay. If she were in her room, she didn't want to be disturbed. There wasn't much I could do. Can we see Lyle? I slowly shuffled off. I want to see Lyle. Uh-oh. That's not a good sign. I couldn't help but feel guilty for denying Cannon's help, despite her tried sincerity. I wonder if I can get the photo pieces back from Missy. But nighttime had come before I knew it. I would have to ask Missy about the torn photograph tomorrow. I returned to my personal room and sat on the bedside. I felt sick and shattered. We just passed the first half of this so-called game and lost 4 of 10 students in our group. With 3 more days on the horizon, I feared for what may become our already sparse community. I settled into bed and closed my heavy eyes. My thoughts were entangled in question after haunting question. The words, sights, and memories blurred together with no answer in the horizon. I let go. Images unwound and spilled into the night. Sleep would eclipse my mind as another night passed. Nice! Okay, Echo can actually sleep. He doesn't have, intense insomnia or anything. Okay, that's good to hear. Yay! Oh, I love this art. This art is absolutely beautiful. Okay. Dignity, diligence. Let's see who dies. Chapter 3 2 people die, right? So we're cooked. Irk. I have a suspicion that Cannon and Forte are gonna die, but something ached. I felt my stomach turn over. Hungry. He's hungry! I slipped out of bed and went to the sink, splashing away another furtive night's sleep from my eyes with the crisp water. I love crisp water, bro. Alert from the chill, I got properly dressed. It was so disturbing how quickly I had assimilated to the morning routine. Oh, 7 a.m. I was awake an entire half hour before the preset alarm went off. Grumbling from the habitual awakening, I sulked out from my personal room to grab a bite from the dining hall. Grab a bite. Sounds so zesty. Okay. No one's dead, right? The halls were quiet. Nothing but my soft footsteps upon the carpet kept me company. No one died, right? I crossed the dimly lit foyer and sat myself down at the end of the dining hall table. I laid my eyes directly on a basket of pastries that still sat in the center of the table. From Pandora's death 2 chapters ago, 2 pastries remained, a lemon square and some kind of Danish with jam. I held myself to the lemon square, the delicate bite of sweet and sour zest filling me with a flavorful vigor. I guess that's how you say that. As much as I enjoyed the pastry, I couldn't help but remember the melancholic feeling of Pandora's life being cut short. I finished off the lemon square, leaving the jam Danish in the basket all by its lonesome. That is not... Is that a Danish? I've never seen a Danish in my life. I placed the snack in a folded napkin and snuck it in my pocket. Maybe I can give it to Cannon. It's not much, but I didn't really know what else I was going to do with it. Give it as a peace offering? I don't think she would accept it as a peace offering, per se, but it would be a shame not to waste it. I tried to recall whether or not Cannon... think you're doing? My thoughts were interrupted by a sharp exclamation. Who's dying? Oh my god. I rushed out of the dining hall to see Lau and Cannon arguing in the connecting hall between the foyer and living quarters. Say was standing beside Lau once more, watching the scene unfold. Cannon, you're always running away and hiding, aren't you? Shut up. You think I'm going to run headfirst into danger? I'm not going to be an idiot like you and Echo, getting myself hurt for no reason. Lau seized Cannon's camera from hers. Okay, buddy. Hey, hands off. I've had it with you and your secrets. I'll break this thing for good if you don't tell me what you're hiding. Hi, Strops. How are you up to? Don't question what is happening right now. I don't know either. No, don't, please. What's going on? What's going on? I started to intervene, but Forte stepped in from within the living quarters. Here's Lyle, always starting drama. Approaching from down the hall behind Lyle, Forte plucks the camera out of his grasp with ease. You're all awfully lively at such an hour. Forte returned the camera to Cannon as Missy approaches from the opposite side of the living quarters. Lau and Cannon stepped back a few paces from each other, the space now singularly occupied by their glares. Cannon wraps the strap around her wrist and grips the camera tightly. Good morning. Good morning, everyone. Yes, good morning to you all, although I would hardly call shouting and threatening others as a productive way to start the day. What's the commotion this time? I'm good, LOL. Yeah, good thing you're good. Yeah, morning. Not entirely sure. I woke up early, so I went to the dining hall to help myself to breakfast when I heard Lyle and Cannon arguing about something. Why were you up so early anyway, Lyle? I've been able to sleep well, if you really must know. Lyle trailed off, but his gaze was tense. Sorry, I didn't mean to. Lyle scoffs. Anyway, I was awake because I was restless, but Cannon here was sneaking around my room, looking for dirt, no doubt. Why was she in his room? That's a damn lie. How's your Christmas going? Great. How's your Christmas going? Is that so? Explain this. Lyle produces a photograph of what looks like to be a checker pattern. What the hell? Why is she sneaking around, bro? What is this? Indeed, just what are you showing us? It's a chessboard. I have a chessboard in my personal room, and the only way Cannon could have taken a picture of it if she trespassed and entered my room. You're the worst. You were blatantly walking around this morning with the thing tucked under your arm in the early hours of this morning. I didn't sneak anywhere, much less your personal room. I just happened to be around the corner when I saw the strange thing. So you admit you were hiding? Just a minute. What's this about a chessboard? That's none of your business. I brought it to discuss it with Say, no one else. Very skibbity indeed. Good. Missy sighed. Lyle is honestly kind of pissing me off, but I still love him. Don't be absurd. The existence of such a thing has been brought to everyone's attention thanks to your commotion. There's no use in keeping it a secret now, Lyle. Fine. Lyle leaves the group to retrieve the item in question from his personal room. The rest of us gathered in the dining hall in anticipation. It's just a chessboard. What are y'all so worried about? Like, bro, yeah, I'm gonna use the sharp edges of this chessboard to kill someone. After a moment, Lao returns, presenting a how do you say that word? Lacquered wooden chessboard. Oh, wait, this is a different chessboard. Okay.
Care to elaborate? What seems to be the issue here? It's not strictly a chessboard per se. It doesn't come with the pieces to play with, and there are markings on the two opposite corners. But from those differences alone, I know what its real purpose is.
It's the mutilated chessboard problem? What the fuck?
If I recall correctly, that's a type of tiling puzzle, no? Yes, the problem is as so. Suppose an 8x8 chessboard has two diagonally opposite corners removed, leaving 62 squares. It is possible to place 31, 2 times 1, dominoes in such a way along the ranks or files that all squares are covered. From the numbers alone, you'd think it mathematically possible. After all, 31 is easily a half of 62. However, the problem is impossible to complete.
What the hell?
By removing the two diagonally opposite corners, we're taking out two either black or white squares, whichever is removed, we're left with two real estate of 32. One type of square and 30 of the other.
What?
This is an issue, since the dominoes will always cover one black and one white. If the remaining squares are uneven like that, we'll be left with one domino or two uncovered squares. At the end of the day, puzzles like this are pointless. They're not problems, they're hoaxes meant to frustrate. In that case, do you believe you're expected to solve it, given you are the ultimate puzzle master? I doubt it. It came with neither instructions or dominoes, just the board itself, with two corners marked, was in my room. Even if it were given me to solve, whoever gave it to me must know that I would see through the problem straightforward, the impossible nature of it anyway. So Lyle had this complicated thing in his room as well. Huh? Hang on. This moment felt oddly familiar, hearing someone had something strange in the room. I wonder if it was simply a coincidence, or... Hey, Forte, can I ask you something? What is it? When I was shocked on the first day, you took me to your personal room to keep an eye on me. I remember you had sheet music. What was it of? Oh, that. The sheets were actually select parts of the libretto for an opera I have some disdain for.
Oh?
Indeed, the story of a man, despite his success, makes a deal with dark spirits to get what he truly wants. I don't care much for the moral of it.
I see. Is that Monokuma, though? Monokuma.
Yes. His choice of words were rather nonplussed, but his brow furrowed deeply at the mention of the opera. Could these things be indicative of something more? In their respective rooms, Lau had a frustrating puzzle, and Forte had sheet music that turned out to be a story he doesn't quite like. Interesting. I wonder then if the revolver in my room was presented with a similar fashion. I want to play Russian roulette! Give me the gun! To test myself with a precarious game within a game itself.
Please give me the gun!
What could that mean? Don't you think it has something to do with your talents as well? Perhaps, but conversely, there's a discrepancy among the items. Ashley's room item had nothing to do with her talent. Yeah, Ashley received her friend Sylva's helmet. In a way, it could have been read as a gift at first, but given their history, it might have just been a jab at the fight that occurred between them. And I can summarize what sort of gift Cannon was given. Her camera. I haven't made any effort to hide it. But yes, I have some rather mixed feelings about this. Not elaborating any further, Cannon scowls as she stares at the device. Say, did you also happen to awaken your room with a strange item? Yeah, I did. Would you mind sharing it with us? I wonder if it has something talent-related. Say momentarily withdrew into her own room to retrieve the item. Here. What is it?
What the hell? She produced a yellow skull and bones statuette.
What on earth?
Is that real?
It couldn't be real. The shape is too stylized to resemble anything realistic.
Oh, I guess you're right. Still, such a depiction of a skull, fake or not, sent chills up my spine. What does the note say?
This thing is kind of heavy, too. When I woke up, it was sitting on the cabinet at the foot of my bed, staring at me. It's like it was telling me something bad would happen. It's horrible. I didn't know what to do with it, so I just hid it in one of my cabinet drawers. Say's item doesn't seem to have an outward appearance of being related to her talent. However, a skull and bones statuette planted in a game centered around murder, I get the impression that it was given deliberately.
Yeah, it can't just be a coincidence, huh? So Ashley wasn't the only one who was given something out of place in her room when she woke up. It seemed nearly everyone here had something strange in the room. Wait, all these strange things have something in common. Oh my god, no. Some degree disturbing? I think all these room gifts, it seems like they are all meant to unsettle you in some way.
Interesting. It was quite disturbing to receive a revolver of all things, before the events of the killing game being revealed to us, no less.
Missy, what about the item you had last night? You said it was, an analogous to Silva's helmet.
Correct. It had a painted past. The owner was to kill herself with it for betraying her family's wishes. What a loathsome request! So instead of following her family's blindsided desire, she took the dagger and nothing else as she fled her home.
Missy, I can't speak anymore. Missy withdrew the dagger from her possession and turned it over in her hands carefully. She had a forlorn look in her eyes as she stared at it.
No way! There is no way letting Missy allow another weapon to fall into the wrong hands.
Lyle sped in to take the dagger from Missy, but Forte held him back with a firm grip. I ship these two. They're so gay.
Why are you stopping me? I'm trying to prevent more destruction. Missy's weapons are going to do more harm than good. And can you say with confidence you won't let the weapons fall into the wrong hands as well? Whoever fights monsters should see to it that they do not become a monster in the process. Lyle, I think you would do well to follow those words of insight, given your reactions to the events. It's not that I don't have any faith in you to solve the workings of our situation, but I don't want to see you turn against us just for the sake of an answer.
Also, Lyle is Shuichi and Kokichi's child.
I'm not turning it against you. I'm just trying to get to the bottom of this forsaken game we're in. Urgh!
Lyle hurled the chessboard across the hall, splintering the wood into several pieces.
Lyle, violence is not the answer. You have a sharp mind. Don't let rage and confusion blind your judgment.
Wow, Lyle has some anger issues.
Then tell me, what's the point of these so-called gifts? Missy, you received a gun of all things, and now you've got your hands on a dagger? Say even has a skull and crossbones statue. What good could that possibly serve? Not to mention all the awful gifts. This game has been rigged from the beginning to incite violence, and violence only.
Lyle,
please, settle down. We're gathered to talk this out. I understand you're frustrated, but discussion is the best tool at our current disposal. If we keep a level head, we're sure to find an answer for the questions at hand. We have so many brilliant minds here. Why not do what we can?
Lyle huffed. He crossed his arms and paced to the far corner of the dining hall, allowing whoever else to speak.
Well, all I can speculate is perhaps signs of distrust were to be planted among from the start, since the gifts might have stirred feelings of resentment.
If that's the case, what do you think Art's gift was? Maybe it was because of that thing. He was the one to act first.
It could be possible he walked into the mansion with pre-existing bleak feelings that were only exaggerated further by the situation we found ourselves in. One could summarize that it's a plausible route for his motivation.
The room fell silent for a moment. Missy and Forte were deep in thought, while Sand and Cannon were their usual quiet selves. Lyle, on the other hand, just allowed the conversation to move at its own pace. Missy continued.
It's going to be difficult to reflect on the events past, but I believe it's necessary to progress.
One sec, let me get myself some water. Without water, I would be nothing. One sec. Okay, back.
I believe we ought to ask. The killing. What was the root of each occurrence?
Why does it keep doing that? Art did it out of protection, didn't he?
As I understood it, it was done more out of fear. Ashley was afraid too. She was afraid for Echo's safety. Both of them must have thought getting rid of the potential mastermind behind our situation would stop the game completely.
And it will.
However, is there such a possibility of a mastermind existing within our ranks?
Yes! ... No one dared to comment on such a thing.
Regardless, I do not like this. Splintering the unity of the group with hypotheticals won't get us very far.
Yeah. Besides, who would be so cruel to want to insert themselves into a game that could put themselves in harm's way? I kind of feel like Echo's being a little suspicious.
The idea is disturbingly masochistic. I suppose an amount of faith is required amongst us, so we don't shatter what already limited and delicate trust has been built.
We got this far, haven't we?
The most plausible mastermind would have been Cyrus, but he was ultimately just a pawn in the overall scheme.
No, it couldn't have been Cyrus from the start. He was too obvious to be the mastermind. So much for his immunity. Another pause. Missy looked over at Lyle, continuing to sulk.
Lyle, have you had a moment to collect yourself?
He let out an elongated sigh. Sure.
Then please, your wit and assistance will be paramount to solving our predicament. I haven't doubted your skills for a second. However, I would ask that you cooperate.
Missy extended a hand in compromise. Lyle hesitates, but eventually shakes in agreement.
Make no mistake, I'm still suspicious of everyone here, Missy especially. But don't think I'll forgive you for the hoops we've gone through to figure out what happened to Cyrus. I don't expect you to accept any of my excuses, so long as we're understood to have the same goal, to escape our predicament.
Whatever. Let's just get on with figuring out this damn killing game. If we think about it, the working goal we're supposedly meant to be committing such a horrendous act for is to earn something called the ultimate prize.
This prize is meant to be received at the end of 7 days of captivity.
In that case, couldn't we just wait until the end of the 7th day?
Was pursuing the so-called prize on anyone's mind this whole time? Considering this, what could possibly be so desirable yet completely unspecified that we are provoked to fight to the death?
Freedom.
We ought to solely focus on pursuing escape and resisting any pressure to act on killing. That's the only answer I can foresee. But as we've seen, Zero has deployed a number of things throughout the day to apply stress. Regarding the force motive question, just act of choosing whether or not to discuss it already has its suspicious implications, doesn't it?
It happens. Cyrus's case says the killing occurred early in the afternoon. But if we didn't do anything like we did on the 2nd day, something would have been employed later in the day that to ensure we would act. Case in point, the disturbing music.
Then, indeed, waiting out wasn't going to be an option to begin with.
As far as we could tell, nothing made any sense. Missy furrowed her brow.
It's difficult to make concrete statements about our situation. The variety of strange things happening doesn't seem to have a rhyme or reason.
So, what can we even do?
It's daytime, right? Okay, day 5. Okay, force motive question.
Do you believe in strength in numbers?
No?
That's a real head scratcher, huh?
Well, I mean, numbers do kind of have some importance to, like, everything. Because without numbers, we wouldn't be able to do math, which I do hate, and coding, and what else do numbers include? Counting with our fingers or something? I don't know. Real head scratcher.
Nah, not really.
Okay, I don't care. Huh. That one's kind of vague.
It's not vague. It's nothing. Why wouldn't there be strength in numbers?
Ken broke her silence with her snide remark. It was strange coming from her, considering how much she avoided us.
It's inclined to agree that the answer seems pretty straightforward. I concur, especially since we are finding ourselves in the very scenario where it is beneficial that we all present to discuss the game.
Okay, so we all agree that was completely pointless. Back to what we were talking about. What do we think the purpose of the ultimate prize and the preservation project are as a whole? Missy, you said that you wanted to involve yourself with this group. Can't you make heads or tails of this?
I've been trying to make sense of it since we arrived. All I can say is perhaps we found ourselves in an elaborate trap.
I heard Lyle mutter, "That's obvious," under his breath. Missy ignored him.
Echo, I believe you may be able to recall what I said when you asked about the ultimate students for the first time.
Yeah, it was interesting what you said.
But those individual groups or institutions do with the students is beyond me. I've not heard many stories of success or failure from anyone who's had the luxury of being accepted. Anyway, don't take too much stock in the title, is all I'm saying.
What do those institutions do with the students? I mean, of course your talents would be highly coveted, but wouldn't the world be seeing constant new developments in like biological discoveries and technology? Excellent observation. Why haven't we seen those developments instead? It's clear that, as ultimate students, we are at the crux of this game's existence. How do you mean? Who or what singularly determined the fact that we had an ultimate talents? The Preservation Project. And Echo, you didn't seem to have any knowledge of ultimate talents, students, or the Preservation Project all prior to your existence thus so far. It's like, without water, where would I be without water, bro? Huh? That's true. So, I asked, how did you become a participant here? We all had to willingly sign up to be brought here. I'm curious whether Echo's presence is a discrepancy we can bet upon. It seems glaringly peculiar given the circumstance. That much is clear. In that case, I believe we've been uniquely blessed with the peculiarity of Echo's presence that could shed light on our situation. Bro, he is the protagonist. Of course he's going to be important. Missy thought hard. I need more information. I have an idea of where to potentially fetch the knowledge I seek. Say?
You know what? The reason for all this. Why it's so hard to figure it out. It's all meant to be beyond our comprehension and capabilities, isn't it? Why not just go along with the game instead of fighting it?
Whoa. Huh? What are you saying? Suddenly, a rumbling shook through the dining hall. It sounded like it was coming from around the foyer. We darted out to the dining hall to investigate. Oh? No way. The previously impenetrable main foyer doors opened. To 5 of you, that's impossible. The voice crackled.
Test your strength. Explore beyond the doors as a group. Split up. Do nothing. I don't care.
Your strength in numbers. Can you remain a group in spirits as you wander these mysterious halls? Yes, the doors, once thought as your only way out, have been thrown ajar. They've never really been an exit. You just all assume so. How silly is that? And, oh, what's this? Ding. Facing the opposite foyer doors, the elevator indicator lit up, showing a new floor available to us, the courtroom. I'll let you even take a little detour on the courtroom. Find the secrets of this wretched place, if you can bear to face them. Yes, the game will go on regardless how hard you resist. Wahahaha. Everyone was astonished. We all fixated on the gaping, dark hole that lay beyond the previously dangerous door. Zero's challenging us to uncover more secrets to our captivity. So be it. I'll be infiltrating Cyrus's room. He had knowledge of mine and Ashley's connections. It's likely he has access to much more information.
What? But the door that mysteriously kept us in has opened. There could be information further in the building, too.
Lau pulls out the secret note that he had been holding on to since the discovery of the second day.
This note has to mean something. It's clear that Zero represents one of the symbols and has shown himself in the courtroom, so that has to be the same Eve's symbol. Whoever is operating the announcements, Eve or Zero, has to be somewhere beyond the doors. It would be too obvious for Zero to be hiding in the courtroom.
What if it's simply an artificial intelligence behind the two personalities? Then what? Searching for something intangible and scripted to run the game won't reveal the overall secrets beyond the walls. Cyrus knew something about the project as a whole. That kind of information can't be denied at a time like this. Lyle, Missy, please! Arguing again isn't going to solve anything.
Agreed. I hate to suggest it, but perhaps this opportunity is the forced motive question presenting itself in a testable way.
That's what I was thinking. If we were called day 3, yeah?
What software do you use for the iPad?
Suck. Clip Studio Pro.
Clip Studio?
Yeah.
Draw?
Yeah. Okay. That's what I've been thinking. If we were called day 3, the additional motive of distressing music was implemented at 4 p.m.
Aha! We can split up and investigate until 4 p.m., where we can rendezvous and exchange information, all the while bracing ourselves for whatever Zero has in store for us. In that case, I'll venture into the unknown. If anything goes wrong here, you bet I'll be the one to puzzle the truth together in the aftermath.
Lau stands squarely before the dim hall of the open doorway.
I suppose it's our best option. It's not the wisest thing to...
Yeah, no, I don't think... Okay, I think Missy should go with Forte. Echo should go with Lyle, and Say will stay with Cannon, so we know what happens. It's really a bad idea to split up. Missy nods as she makes her decision to remain within the main wing. There are 6 of us. Therefore, we ought to divide into groups of 3 so we can all keep an eye on each other in our respective areas. That's what I was saying. Breaking off into 3 pairs is out of the question.
Cannon, you're coming with me.
What? Why?
What makes you think I want to go with you?
As much as I'd miss your awful company, if you didn't come, you won't let go of your camera. And I think it might just be a touch useful going down, okay?
Cannon rolled her eyes but didn't object further.
I'll join, Missy. Worry not, I shall not let anything go wrong. Besides, I trust Cannon to keep an eye on things for me.
Gay.
Sure you do.
We decided on splitting between investigating beyond the foyer doors and remaining in the main wing. With only me, myself, and Say remaining, I looked to her to see what group she would go with. Say remained still. I guess she was waiting for me to make my choice first.
Ooh, I want to go with Lyle. Echo, hurry it up, will you?
I know. I just need some time to think.
The worst action is inaction. We have to dig up the miserable place's secrets.
If Lyle's patience wasn't already paper thin, I just applied a hydraulic press to top it with my indecision. Oh, so we... okay, so we... I guess it's going to force us to go with Say. Say, did you have any preference?
No, I'll go with whoever. I don't care. You pick.
Okay. So whichever group I decide to go, Say will likely join the other. So is it forcing me to go with, Missy?
Are you having trouble deciding?
A little. I'm mostly worried that something bad might happen.
It's perfectly normal to feel fear. It means you're so human. Your senses haven't acclimated to the awful environment.
Is it forcing me to go with Cannon?
I didn't quite know what to say. Cannon didn't lift her eyes to meet mine as I tried to organize my thoughts.
Echo, hustle!
Please, Echo. Time is of essence.
Cannon continued to stay silent.
Okay, so we just wanted... What the fuck?
What do you think you'll find?
Who can say?
I certainly don't... Okay, wait. What the hell?
Bro, I picked all the choices!
Oh my god, no. I'm picking Lyle's group. Oh god, no. This is going to be important. I'm picking Lyle's group. I'm sorry. I love him too much. I'll go with Lyle and Cannon. It was decided. I joined Lyle and Cannon near the foyer doors. Say joined Missy and Forte on the opposite side of the center glass table.
Then that's that. We'll each investigate to the fullest abilities and rendezvous here before 4 p.m. That's all right with you, Lyle?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Lyle already began walking past the doors before she asked. Cannon silently matched his pace. I hastened to keep it up. We stepped through the doorway into the darkness.
Ooh, let's see what happens.
My eyes adjusted to the dim lighting as we quickly met with the stairs tumbled down a dark length. Not a single word was exchanged between the 3 of us as we trudged down the steps, further away from the foyer's glittering hall. An anxious feeling rose in my stomach. As I glanced back at the dying light, the group was already out of sight. Uh-oh. Ooh. After some time, the foreign floors beneath us revealed itself to be at the bottom of the stairs. The hidden floor we gained access to stood in stark contrast to the previous floors. The lighting was dimmed, the walls dark and cool. Regardless, it remained decorated with delicate gold furnishings and a familiar service kiosk. An elevator hall divided the room into equal halves, similarly to the main floor. Hey, look, we could take the elevator back up to the main wing, huh?
Probably. But what's the use going back now? We've made a decision to split up and we need to investigate. Look for an exit.
Did that really need to be said?
Lyle instructed the 2 of us, but before anyone could get very far, we heard the unfortunately now familiar speaker crackle.
So you all decided to split up, huh? That's alright, no sweat off my back, figuratively speaking, obviously. Thanks to your fancy bracelets, I can locate where you are. There's no escaping for you quite yet. Anyway, I have a very special big motive for you all later. How about some fun little gifts? Now, for everyone, mind you, these will be for Cannon and Missy respectively at the nearest kiosk. Grab it if you want, or leave it for someone else to stumble upon. I don't care. At this point, whatever you do is meaningless anyway.
Huh? I wasn't sure if it was just me, but it felt like Zero's tone was different.
I'll check back with you folks later. Enjoy your investigation!
The announcement ended. Lau went over to the floor of the kiosk as directed. Cannon hurried to put herself between Lau and the kiosk. Not so fast. There's no way I'm letting you see whatever messed up shit it is.
How are we gonna know it's going to be bad?
Everything in this place has been nothing but bad, genius. What makes you think this is any of your business anyway? Lau rolled his eyes and left Cannon in relative peace, going about his way to search for an exit. I stood by curiosity at the kiosk, printed a small sheet, blank face up. Cannon rips the sheet out of the receiver, balls it up in her fist, and stuffs it in her pocket without a glance. I won't fall for any motives. If I don't look at the thing Zero's trying to tease me with, right? I guess so. Let's see. Here's a map of our current floor. Doesn't look like there's much here. What the fuck is that? Two long halls paralleled each other at the opposite rooms. Okay. What the? The other room is radicated. Even so. We're here anyway, so we can just visit the room itself to see what it is. We stepped away from the kiosk to explore the underground floor.
Yo!
This is bad. This is really bad. As we passed the two side halls, I took a peek in. They were listed as multi-purpose event halls, decorated settings for large gatherings. The large rooms were sparsely decorated with a number of tables and chairs, and not much else. The event halls were pretty, but like much of the building, they lacked any sort of quality of life. Ken and I wandered about, but not for very long. Nothing glaringly strange caught our attention. It was as if this place was never meant to be anything more than recreational. The entire time we explored, Ken kept a safe distance from me as I pondered when was the best time to make amends. Lau was waiting for us back where we started.
About time you all caught up.
What did you expect? You didn't demand we all travel glued at the hip. Hey now. The two glared at each other. A palpable tension burned in the air. So, did you find any sign of an exit?
No, the hallway behind me just goes to the shared elevator. Not an exit in sight.
But I haven't looked in either of these rooms yet. One of the rooms listed as a trophy room, and the other is strangely radicated.
Let's check out the radicated one. My interest is piqued.
The three of us approached the unlisted room. What does that say? There was a metal nameplate on the door, but it was scratched out, the laser engraving lost underneath the messy hacking.
Of course, the name is conveniently scratched away.
Lau rattled at the doorknob, but it was locked tight. Our entry blocked by an active keypad. See? Nothing but bad. The keypad's light indicator was red, waiting for a 6-digit code to unlock the door. What's with the keypad?
How should I know?
Well, you disabled the trap on the main foyer doors, didn't you?
That's because there was a hidden panel in the wall in the main foyer. I just turned it off. Nothing fancy.
Is this any different?
A keypad is plenty different. If we put an incorrect code, it'll likely shut us out permanently.
Lau shrugged dejectedly.
Unless we find a code, I suggest we leave this door alone until we're certain something works.
Why don't we check out the trophy room? Maybe we can find some clues in there?
Lau grumbled, but started the way towards the trophy room on the other side. I highly doubt that it would be convenient to find the code, but there's nothing left to lose.
Upon entering the trophy room, we were greeted with... Is that a bear? It's not alive, it's a taxidermy bear. Oh, ew. I nearly toppled backwards at the sight. The room was filled with unmoving animals, posed in their most intimidating predatory state. Lau and Cannon drifted in. I gulped and slipped in. Inside, there were displays of smaller animals, foxes, rabbits, and squirrels even. Toward the back of the room were haunting weapons, crossbows, rifles, and hatchets. I'm glad this room was hidden from the start. I muttered the observation to myself, but it didn't give much comfort. Even though the largest section of weapons was inaccessible, the danger still managed to find its way through. I sighed and continued my search for a code or signs of an exit. What felt like an eternity passed. We turned the room upside down, looking for hints or clues for the keypad or otherwise, but we all came empty-handed. I sat down on one of the lounge chairs and took a beat, searching and searching to no avail, only proved to load more exhaustion on my already tense shoulders. What now? I mumbled to myself as Lau and Cannon were just aimlessly idling in the trophy room, their empty eyes falling on the miscellaneous decor. A crackling of static in the air stifled the brief response we found ourselves in. reminding us that we are still in the midst of a game, encompassing Shroud.
Hey, just checking in with you all. Having fun exploring your new digs? I bet you are. I have more gifts for you folks. Forte and say.
I'm not saying that.
Nothing. You're kind of insignificant, so a gift suits the person, yeah? Wahahaha. Enjoy this weird tune if you can. It's all in German, so it's nonsense to me.
Zero's voice dropped out, and the tune carried on softly. Oh. Wait, both gifts were directed to Forte and Say, but they're in a group together. Missy and Cannon were given individually. Zero even said it didn't matter if we split into two groups.
So?
Lala's voice came from across the trophy room. It startled me. So nothing. It was just wondering out loud why that was the case. It's more likely he knows something we don't. Well, I hope they're okay then. All three of them receiving something is strange and kind of worrisome. I trailed off, watching Lyle pace restlessly up and down the room. I wasn't sure if it was just a silence between us, but it sounded like the music was getting louder. Lyle came to a stop in the center of the room and stuffed his hands in his pocket in frustrated resignation.
Damn it, this is ridiculous. Zero commanded we test our strength by opening that stupid door just so we could make a mess of the trophy room? This whole game is it reeks of inanity. Nothing is connecting, nothing makes sense.
Being in a killing game isn't some puzzle where you jigsaw all pieces together. I don't think there's any sense in it all unless you're some twisted sadist.
There has to be a reason for this. To put us all in a room together and just as quickly tear us apart.
I don't like this music at all. For something as malicious as this game, Reason got up and left a long time ago.
You're talking like you're not a part of this.
I've been trying my best not to involve myself, period.
But you are involved. You are inextricably, unavoidably, invisibly part of this game. No, you're not you're not a part of this.
You're not going to get to say that you're not a part of this.
Weren't you the one who conclusive proof of the first killer? Didn't you push the last message forward by realizing Echo hadn't seen an important message? What makes you think you can pick and choose between what you want to participate in? How can you be so cold and unfeeling about all this? You can't have any good reason to constantly be turning your back to all of this treachery when you are completely steeped in the involvement.
Cannon was dumbfounded.
Shut up, Lyle!
Cannon was shaken. At this point, the music had grown into an echoing drone, the murmur of the piano keys striking something fearful into my heart. Wait. I want to turn it up now. Lyle and I stepped back. The tension in the air was heavy as Cannon's biting glare commanded all our attention. Who do you think you are? Cannon's voice was a low growl, her eyes mixed with a stifling, chilling torment. Cannon! I tried to shake out something, anything, to quench her invisible fury, but my throat was dry. She darted towards the back of the room, and that particular... Oh, nah! The lights went out.
What the... Ah!
Lyle? His voice cried out with agony. I tried to follow the voice, but it was pitch black. I couldn't see anything, and lost my footing in the rich darkness. What's going on? A static popped up the screen, but before the announcement could be made. Crunch. Heck. I felt my back splitting in two. A fiery pain, unlike any other, tore my skin, dug through my muscles, and split my bone. I fumbled to the ground, my limbs falling to catch the descent. Cannon. My body fell limp, and consciousness escaped me.
Oh my god? How? How did I get the bad ending? Well, what did I ever do to you?
Cannon?
God damn it!
Oh, God! Now I have to start all the way back here? That is pissing me off. There's absolutely no way. I'm going... Ugh! That is so annoying. God damn it. Ugh. Gosh, that is so frustrating. It's not even funny. Self-voicing is enabled. BuzzFeed is disabled. No. Just keep spanning. Keep spanning. Just do it.
Chapter 2, Day 4.
Ew. B, kill yourself.
Self-voicing.
Kill yourself.
Self-voicing disabled.
Disable it. No, disable. Okay.
Self-voicing disabled.
I get it. Ugh, I hate this. Why would I put myself through? Can't believe Cannon killed us though. That was so stupid. God damn it, Cannon. Why did you have to do that? That was so stupid. Ugh. That is so frustrating though. Let's console her. No. I hate this. I hate this. Why would I put myself through such torture? This is the most... Ugh. I should have saved. I don't care. I should have saved. We're gonna have to forgive her. Just hurry up and do it. Forgive her. Can't believe Ken fucking killed us. That was so fucking good. Can't fucking believe it. Ugh. I'm getting so frustrated right now, man. No.
Self-voicing disabled.
I know. So frustrating. I hate this. My arm is getting tired. Just... Let's visit Cannon. Don't care. Dude, you will not believe what just happened. Yes. You will not believe what just happened, dude. So, the main foyer doors opened, and I chose to get in a group with Lyle and Cannon, which that was a mistake, apparently. And then, a trophy room, and like, Lyle was, like, being a bitchy, and he was just like, what makes you think you're not part of this game? And then, like, kill yourself. And then Cannon was like, who do you think you are? And then she turned off the lights, and then she killed us. I know, right? And now I had to start all the way back from the class trial, and I had to spam until I get back over there so I can get in the group with Forte, Say, and Missy. So annoying. Yeah, these two hate each other.
I can tell, bro. Sweet brown sugar. Well, I'm not getting anything spoiled for me, so goodbye.
Yeah, bye. Yeah, and I got the bad ending. God damn it.
You're already at the end?
No. God damn it, Cannon. That was stupid. Just let me go back. So sorry you all have to go through this again. Like that, yeah. I don't care about self-voicing.
Self-voicing disabled.
Okay.
Self-voicing disabled.
This is frustrating. Oh. I could have just done that the entire time. So, yeah, I could have just done that the entire time, but okay. Let's just quickly get through this. Shut the frick up, Lyle. Okay. This time, I have to get into Missy's group. Shut up, Zero! Okay. This time, I have to get into Missy's group. Very annoying. Okay. It was decided. I joined Missy. Okay. Don't care. Then that's that. We'll investigate to our fullest abilities and render Voss here before 4 p.m. That's all right with you, Lyle? Yes, ma'am. Okay. This time, let me save. It will allow me to save. Yes, delete it. Okay. No. Okay, saved. Good. Lau had already began walking past the door before she asked. Cannon silently mashed his pace and Say scurried to catch up. As the three faded out of sight, I immediately began to feel uneasy. Is this okay? Splitting up?
Come on now, Echo. A choice has been made. The general consensus was that we were to split up evenly if we wanted to calm the building in a timely manner.
Yeah, sorry, I'm just a little worried. Couldn't shake the remnant hostility between Lau and Cannon's argument this morning. There was a crackle of static before Sarah began to speak up again. Okay. Don't care. Okay. The announcement ended. Oh, wait! What Cannon could have gotten in the note? Could that, triggered her, angriness or something? Similar to a victim report, the kiosk... Okay. What is it?
Don't feel any pressure to share if it's unpleasant. To be frank, I'm only expecting unpleasant.
Missy tore the small sheet from the small sheet from the print feed and flipped it around. Vexing gift. Okay. Oh? She showed us the front face of the sheet. A photograph of Darling, drenched in blood.
A mocking picture of her death.
Oh, right. Wait, Cannon didn't see the picture. Okay, never mind then. Missy spat the words as Forte and I took a quick look before turning our gaze away at the horrific sight.
It's truly despicable.
Missy started a little longer before showing the picture within her inner coat pocket.
We must really get to the bottom of this treachery. I'm revolted by how convincingly this game treats lives.
Okay. Let's go explore Cyrus's room. I'm scared, if I'm being honest. It didn't occur to me that until we had arrived at the door that we don't have a way in, do we?
What do you mean?
Isn't the door locked?
Desperate times call for desperate measures, don't you think?
Missy withdrew Darling's dagger and swiftly struck the doorknob off.
I don't exactly have Cyrus's ID bracelet, now do I?
I guess not. Missy inspected the bore hole previously occupied by a doorknob and inserted the dagger, pulling the latch away from the jamb until the door clicked open.
And there we are.
Do you think this would be against the rules?
It isn't explicably stated. However, if it were, I'll deal with the fallout in the courtroom.
Missy was persistent. She opened the door and marched straight in.
Terribly sorry for the intrusion.
Forte stepped in, and I trailed along him behind him. Uh-oh. What's going to be in here? Oh, it seems rather normal. There's something right here. Cyrus's room had a little defining feature in it. Similar to mine. Forte's and Ashley's in design. The only thing setting it apart was a small manila file folders on the side of the bed table. Okay. One sec. Let me turn up the volume because this volume is... Okay. I like this music.
Aha. It was only a hunch, but it seems I was right in presuming Cyrus had information about us.
Missy fanned the folders across the bed and began her search.
Here, grab the folder and see if you can see anything interesting about our situation.
Forte helped himself to a folder and glanced at the first few pages before seating himself in a spare chair.
Are we looking for anything specific? Anything at all, honestly. The more we know, the better.
I picked up a folder at the bottom of the pile, sat cross-legged on the floor, and opened the file. Let's see! I found the floor plans. There were some general blueprint diagrams. Nothing I could really make sense of. Not like they looked much different from the maps displayed on the kiosks. The only thing of note was a sheet was stained with blood in the corner. Among the blue fingerprints was a small booklet. The title read Floor Plans, Game L. On the inside page, 5 floors were listed in the index. Game Lapse. Wait, 5 floors? From the top we have... Oh, wow. Superstructure, Trial Grounds, Infirmary. That's the 3rd floor, right? Living Quarters, Casino, Smoke Lounge, Garage, Art Gallery. 3rd floor, Activities, Spa Lounge... Spa Lounge, Climbing Center, Jazz Club. What? Living Quarters, Dining Hall, Study, Theater, Collections, Trophy Room, eradicated. The last floor listed had 2 sections. One was the Trophy Room, and the other was eradicated. So, Lyle, Cannon, and Sarah are probably visiting the Trophy Room on the floor below us. I started through the booklet and found a basic information we had already known. All the floors have kiosks to communicate, bracelets are used for identification, active hours are from... Nothing new yet. I flipped to the back, looking for details about the 5th floor. However, when I arrived toward the final pages, I noticed they were torn out. Whatever remained of the page stuck out from the binding in a messy tear. I grumbled. Of course, the details on the floor beneath us are conveniently gone. I stared at the back panel and noticed something odd. There seemed to be an imprint of writing based on the back panel. It was barely visible, but in the right light, I could just make it out. Oh my god, the code! I didn't see it. Okay, wait. Screenshot, just in case. Okay. That's going to be important. Maybe Cyrus wrote the numbers on the last page with a certain amount of pressure, resulting in an almost invisible imprint. These numbers might have been important, seeing as the pages before it were torn out. They could have been a mistake, and that's why the pages were removed. Have you two have anything pertinent to share? I snapped out of my concentration. Oh, yeah. I found a floor plan to show a floor below ours. From the looks of it, Lyle, Cannon, and Say went down to the trophy room. A trophy room? That doesn't sound too promising. I'm scared to see when we go down there if someone's going to die. I'm so scared. Well, there seems to be another room, but it was crossed out, so I can't figure out what else is down there. Also, take a look at this. There are some numbers just barely visible here. I showed Missy the impression of numbers on the back panel. What do you suppose these 6 digits could mean? A code, perhaps? Yes, to the downstairs trophy room. Okay. Forte, did anything of note? I came across our class dossier, namely, student profiles about each of us. Student profiles? Did you find anything about me? I was wondering why, exactly, I was involved in this game, since I didn't explicitly have given ultimate talent. I've exhausted the files on hand, and I didn't see your name anywhere. Oh, I see. I'm terribly sorry. I understand it's been bothersome to be here as an unexplained outlier. It's not your fault, Forte. I guess it's coincidence. Although I did come across something useful. These student profiles have an immense amount of background details. Important figures, significant others, spheres, other miscellany. But other than Cyrus, no one present has any background involvement with the game. So all of us present are just victims of coincidence? Seems statistically improbable given our rare talent expertise. Yes and no. How shall I explain it? To start, as we are aware, the minimum required to come here is to be an ultimate student that received a letter of recognition from the Preservation Project. They should have been accepted the offer for protection. There is a period of time between sending the letter back and, I suppose, being whisked away to the secret location. It seems in that period of time, there was a sorting method to creating the class. Classes were to be composed of pairs of ultimate students. These pairs of ultimate students would have to be 2 people who were significantly involved in one way or another. For example, the folks we did see from day one, Art and Lyle, were apparently considered to be close enough for pairing off. Though it appears this roster would have included a few other students that would have formed pairs, but aren't present. One can assume Cyrus himself crossed out the student that are absent. However, there are 2 students that aren't crossed out, which may require further inspection, and well, it would be best if you saw for yourselves. Forte revealed a roster with the students and talents. So it's not Monokuma! And who is this? Whoa. There were 15 profiles showed on the roster. One next to Cyrus, it was clipped out, and 5 were crossed out with dark ink, bringing the total of student profiles visible to us to 11. However, I wasn't on the roster, so it should have brought the number down to 9 since I was excluded. Whoa. Peculiar. As you noted, there are 2 extra students we still have yet to encounter. Yes, they are listed as being in association with Say and Pandora, from the looks of it. Does that mean they're also Ultimate students? That is indeed the case. They're listed as Ultimate Radio Host and Ultimate Cartographer. So I was right about Say having... No, I wasn't right about Say being the mastermind, but she has something to do with Monokuma. Ooh, that's his name? Akihiko? Gaia Espray? Let's have a closer look at these 2 students. It's not a student, that's Monokuma, bro. Missy hastily moved aside the folder strewn across the bed and placed the student profiles for Akihiko Quartz and GYATTTTTTTTT. I don't know how to say that. Forgive me if I said that wrong. The radio host guy! Akihiko Quartz looked like Zero. His clothing and hair were different colors, but his actual features were the same. And Gaia and Esprit looked awfully similar to Pandora. Even more damning were their school symbols depicted along with their student profile pictures. Well, one thing is for certain. It's clear to us that Zero's true identity is Akihiko Quartz. And we can conclusively put a face to the second mysterious announcement named Eve. What? It seems Pandora must have known more than she was letting on, seeing as the true identity of Eve appears to be her very own sibling. That said, seeing as the other student associations has been revealed, it can only mean Sei, knowing Akihiko, has some sort of further involvement with this game. Mastermind! I said it! There's no doubt. Sei must be the mole we are seeking. Oh, but now it's too obvious. Uh-oh, my head was spinning. But we were being fooled from the start. Two people on the inside were connected to the two entities administering this game. If Sei's not the mastermind, I have no idea who it possibly could be. Lyle's too obvious. Forte's just useless. I love him, but he's useless. I don't feel like he had potential to be the mastermind. Missy could be, but it could be too obvious. Cannon? I feel like Cannon has some good potential to be the mastermind. Shouldn't we confront Sei now that we know that she might be up to something? Doing so could prove dangerous. I would like to watch her movements to see what she's thinking. As far as she's aware, she doesn't know we're onto her. It's difficult to determine what is going on in her mind. She speaks so little. Then, I think we should check out Pandora's room. She might have some secrets hidden in there as she's part of this. Excellent idea. I'd still like to look over the rest of my files if you don't mind. I'll go with you, Becco. I'm curious to know why would you leave me in a room alone with him? To know what Art's notable gift was, if you would like to make a detour. I nodded and approached the exit. Oh, just wait a minute. The dagger. Just in case he tries anything. Missy gave the dagger to Forte. Okay. Wait. God damn it. You can use the dagger. No! That means I'm cooked! Hi, I'm here again. Hi, Moist. I'm cooked! She gave the dagger to Forte. Why would you do that? You can use the dagger to knock out the door like a beer. On second thought, I don't know if I want to leave you alone like this. I'll be fine. I still have the gun on my person. I don't want to resort to firing it. But seeing as our situation is becoming more contentious, it may not be my choice. Oh my god, I'm scared of Forte. He's gonna stab me. I felt a shiver go up my spine. Missy was taking the situation much more seriously with a chillingly unfeeling demeanor. Understood. We'll make haste in our investigation and return promptly. I'm so scared. Forte's gonna stab me. Forte and I stepped out of Cyrus's room and walked to the opposite hall to Art's room. There, Forte struck the doorknob, pulled back the latch, and opened the door. The only thing in Art's room was a worn-looking golf bag. The leather bag was embroidered with the Campo Piano name. Nice. Oh, this must have belonged to his grandfather. Art must have been reminded of his pastime golfing with him. Well, was there a trial before this? No, but I did get the bad ending because, well, I don't want to spoil anything, but I went with Lyle and Cannon to the other floor, and Cannon and Lyle got into an argument. Then the lights went out, and Cannon killed the both of us. And so, yeah. Okay. Forte let out a heavy sigh. It's unfortunate, but it explains his reaction to Pandora's question. Oh, shit. Okay. Now, knowing she might be involved, do you think she goaded him on? That would be quite masochistic, wouldn't it be? And to what benefit? After all, she fell by his hand. That's true. Forte paused. Do you believe the flap of a butterfly's wings could cause a hurricane? Huh? A little thing like a butterfly creating a disaster sounds improbable. It's a theory. Minute occurrences within... Do you still remember the last part? Of what? Of what? It depends. within similar initial starting conditions can lead to drastically different outcomes. The butterfly effect. This situation could very well be one of those drastic outcomes. And that's a little suspicious to say, saying you have a butterfly clip on your scarf, but I don't know. Maybe that's just me being paranoid. Are you speculating Pandora? Last part of Ashley's death stream? Yes. Let me see if I can remember. Ashley got executed. Then, no, I don't. That was so bad. For real. I was literally so sad. Like, I thought both of my characters. No, Cyrus was dead, but at least Ashley was alive, and then that last hope was taken from me, bro. Who can say that was her intention? Besides, her interactions were never of ill will, were they? They keep saying ill will. She was kind to everyone, so who's to say perhaps the flap of this butterfly's wings caused the storm that would eventually give way to the shining rainbow that will grace our skies. I love water. Okay, Forte, interesting observation. That's a pretty optimistic outlook. Looking forward to the eventual repose from this nightmare is all we have, isn't it? Eventual response. I could only hope something like that would free us from the trappings of the storm. Though, why should we wait for something minuscule and out of control like the winds to dictate our fears? I'm keen on taking such matters into my own hands, if needs to be. I'm not sure I would know where to begin with such an endeavor. Well, that's not neither here nor there at the moment. Is Missy gonna die? Shall we move on to Pandora's room? Yeah, let's check it out. Is he not gonna kill me? Is he gonna attempt to murder me? I don't know. We left Art's room and visited the living quarters on the other side of the floor. Entering Pandora's room in the same fashion once again, Forte and I came upon another nondescript personal room. Only this time, there was nothing to be found in her room. Huh? Did Pandora now receive some kind of room gift? Perhaps it's because she was involved there was no need. But Say has one, a creepy one at that. Yes, an ominous skull and bone statuette. The two of us peeked into the dresser and were greeted with nothing but stationery and other miscellany. Wait, what if she was doing what Cannon did? Cannon said she received an instant camera, right? And she's been clinging onto it basically since the beginning of this whole predicament. That certainly wouldn't be out of the question. Do you recall Pandora having anything that might be the grounds for suspicions? The note? Yeah. That secret note, yeah. She showed it to me just before nighttime on day 2. At first, I thought something was fishy, but that maybe she was hiding something, but I pressed my fingers to my temple. I don't know. Pandora ended up suffering, and the note fell into Lyle's hands. Maybe the secret note was her vexing gift. But my cat just opened my door. Let me just close it really quick. Kitty! Kitty! Hi, Kitty! Bye, Kitty. I have to shut this door. I can't let anyone know what's going on in this room. Okay. Vexing gift. Maybe but if she was some kind of double agent, why wouldn't she nonchalantly share the note with me? What? Why? Oh, wait, Echo, not Forte. Okay. If it was Forte, I would have my suspicions, but yeah. Sorry. Who can say? I sighed. The more we know, the better. I couldn't help but think the opposite. As we dug up more information, the more confused I became. I can only hope whatever Lyle, Cannon, and Say found would answer the many questions, but at the same time, I was afraid to uncover more of these secrets. I pray to God that Lyle is alive. I don't even care about anyone else anymore. I just pray and hope Lyle's alive. That's the only thing I got left. And Say, but I don't know, Say's the mastermind, so I think. Returning to Cyrus's room once more, Forte and I found Missy deep in concentration. Okay, Missy's alive, thank goodness. And Forte didn't even try to kill me. Welcome back. Did you two find anything interesting? Art had his late grandfather's golf club in his room, and Pandora had nothing. Nothing? Echo speculates that perhaps the secret note mentioned in the first trial may be Pandora's room gift, in the same fashion as Cannon's has instant camera. The room was empty. She probably kept the note on her person for safekeeping or something. But when she was left it in the pantry on the 3rd day, Lau has been holding on to it since. We'll have to take a closer look at it when we render Oz with Lyle. I'm scared. Lyle, please be alive. Anything new here? A disturbing amount of news, yes. Oh my god, let's hear it! Take a seat. Forte and I sat in the spare chairs and gave Missy our full attention. She sat in momentary silence, a fierce gaze transfixed on the folders. I've been reading on the history of involvement. The involvement of ultimate students in killing games just like this one. Huh? Killing games? Plural, as in multiple? Yes, I know, it's startling to say the least. In that case, that reminds me, in the folder I looked at, our game label was labeled as Game L. What do you think L means in terms of these multiple games? Danganronpa lapse? Could stand for lapse. It's like, I believe in that context, L is the Roman numeral for 50. So our game is the 50th game. 50 games? Oh, a definite number to help emulate how long has been occurring. Let's see. If 49 games have taken place over the span of approximately 7 days, at most with no breaks between each game, that's 343 days, almost a year's worth of this hell. I don't understand. I believe that tracks. I remember hearing about this project sometime late in my junior year. Why so many games, you may ask? These games were implemented with Ultimate students in mind. Ultimate students would be prime suspects for rigorous tests and scenarios involving battling to the best of their ability, to overcome other Ultimate students and come out on top, to be the best of the best. These experiments were used to determine who would carry the future. The Preservation Project and this killing game, they're one and the same. It seems we aren't just a 1 in a million occurrence. But why? Oh my god. My voice cracked. So this, by the way, I saw the execution again. I wanted to. I don't know why. Yeah, it was sad, if I'm being honest. So this place is just some kind of petri dish for creating ultimate student that has no more regard for what they're doing? The Preservation Project has washed their hands of their concerns with morality. It's clear in this documented history. What if it's fabricated, all fake to only stoke fear? It's very possible. Fear is a powerful tactic. Cyrus himself, after knowing all this, had a very little room to operate. He was under considerable amount of pressure. And eventually collapsed. I was shaking. Comprehension of the situation was the last thing on my mind. Fear chilled me to the bone. Missy, aren't you afraid at all? I'm mortified. However, knowing the darkness that lurks behind malicious people's intents is nothing new to me. Calling the individual persons simply a constituent to strip humanity in the amassing voting numbers. It's nothing but numbers. We play with live ammo. A game toying with the livelihood of wildly talented students, enabling a maddening battle royale to create a singular, albeit misdirected, towering ultimate student. Missy exhaled sharply. This must end now. I originally thought Echo would die. Of course, I heard that she didn't vote. But I heard, or heard wrong, by the way. It's okay though. Also, they're they. So, don't misgender them again. Missy stormed out of the room. Missy! Forte and I chased after her. Forte's so gay! It's funny. Oh, it's okay. It's okay. It's okay. Missy stood, arms crossed at the elevator. I'm scared. She was embroiled in thought. Her brow knit, her posture imposing. Are you in full possession of your faculties? You aren't one to charge forward like so. I hate to say that I only have a hunch. I have little to rely on, but gut feeling lately, and having nothing but instinct to justify acting upon them. I have nothing except. She held up a photograph and pinned it to the wall with the dagger. Nothing but vengeance for bringing this establishment to the ground into a burning hell for all the suffering it's put us through. It was so misguided, so blindsided, for thinking I wanted to be part of the Preservation Project. I'd been played for a fool. Damn, Missy 8! Yours hooked to be popular, by the way. What? Yours should be popular, by the way. Are you a girl or men? I don't really know. I just know your voice. That's actually a really good question. Honestly, I'm really glad that you're asking that question because I'm abigender, so I'm half a quarter I'm half a quarter female, half a quarter male, half a quarter non-binary, which means you can just call me whatever you want. I don't care. It's possible that the two conspirators must have known something from the start. Rather than confront the one remaining, we must attack the source. The elevator chimed as Missy stepped in. We are going to the courtroom. No. We have to check on Lyle, Cannon, and Say. God, I'm scared. Only the monotonous elevator hum filled our ears as we traveled to the courtroom floor. Gulp. We entered the dark, circular room once more, this time without explicitly orders to determine a culprit. It was quiet. The windows were pitch black. Zero was nowhere to be found. Missy swept in, looked for any indication of the announcer's holographic representation. So they, them, or him, her, or she, he. It really doesn't matter. You can call me a they, he, she. I don't care. I'm comfortable with all of them, as long as it's not like neopronouns or something. Okay. Forte and I filtered the empty room aimlessly. I can't see a thing through these windows. It should be early afternoon about now, shouldn't it? Perhaps there are shutters covering the window. If I recall correctly, they close after a trial. Forte ran his hands across the wall, feeling the creases that lined the foundation seams, running in the miscellaneous ranks of files. Forte tried prying one of the sides open to no avail. He knocked on the wall, resulting in an echo bouncing beyond the barrier. There's an empty space beyond this wall. It probably only opens when a student is being executed. I feel strange on this, like I'm the unit comment, not like the others. Bro, they're I don't know, man. I don't even know what that means, but real, I guess. Okay. You think Zero's operator is hiding where the execution takes place? I gulped. It was not a sight I wanted to think about. Commenting. You spelled commenting correctly the first time, buddy. Okay. I guess it would have been too easy to visit the courtroom after Zero encouraged us to investigate this area. Missy stepped out of the elevator again. Oh, sorry. It's okay. The infirmary has nothing of note either. Missy circled the courtroom stands once more before settling at her indicated place. She leaned back and crossed her arms. A tense expression painted her face. Even if we found Zero, how are you going to get any information out of him? He must know we broke into Cyrus's room, so he might be even more cautious. If I can get him to start talking, we're over halfway there. It's about running a conversation long to allow us an opening, whether it be a contradiction or unknown fact. The more he talks, the faster his options will diminish. That said, we've entered the most damning areas with little to show for. I feel as though we've hit a dead end. It's possible Lyle, Cannon, and Say have better luck finding their information on their search. We can only hope they turn up with something of note. My heart is pounding. The three of us steeped in a long, contemplative silence. I sighed, thinking about meeting up with the others, wondering if they were just as luckless as we were. By the way, did I talk to you about Dandy's World and Cyrus's Ashley body discovery? I think you did. In fact, I remember you saying something about Dandy's World. I thought about Cannon and remembered. Missy, do you still happen to have Cannon's photo from the one last night? I know I said I didn't want it, but... Oh, certainly. I didn't have time to patch it together, though. Missy drew the two halves of the group photo from her inner pocket. I finally got Gigi. Fire! I lined the two halves together and gazed at a moment in time that was so quickly dashed. That's okay. I awkwardly stole soft looks from Forte and Missy. They seemed to understand that I felt remorseful for what I had done. I want to return it. Hello? No. This wasn't supposed to happen. Lau, please don't die. No. Oh, dear. Wait. Okay. Cannon's the murderer, Say's the accomplice. Quickly. Lau died. And I haven't get the opportunity to play any danganronpa games, even the Cannons. Me either, but... We rushed back to the elevator, hurriedly quickly. Oh my god. The door slid open after what felt like an eternity, and we were greeted with a bloody sight. Cannon! hatchet was buried deep in the back of Cannon's lifeless body. Blood stained the polished floors. The fresh liquid reflected upon the glossy surface, creating a haunting glow in the middle of the foyer. Cannon! Damn it! Missy and Forte bolted out of the lift, while I remained frozen in the elevator cab. A sickening metallic odor filled my senses. And I felt a cold sweat form on my brow. Missy and Forte were huddled in concern over Cyrus's body. At least you won't end this stream on a body discovery, I know. Over Cannon's body, but it was clearly no use. She was gone. But the body discovery announcement, it said it was in the trophy room. Oh no! No, wait. Was Say really behind all this? No, wait. Oh my god. Missy, Forte! What? Triple body! What? Wait! I didn't even get time to process it! Holy shit! What the fuck? Oh my god! They're completely crushed by the chandelier, their bodies lost under the tons of shards of glass. I hardly mustered a sound. I was shell-shocked. Glass and blood littered the floor before me. The glistening liquid reflected on the marble floor doubled the terror in my mortgaged visage. Thriple. Yeah, thriple, bro. The nightmarish sight brought me tumbling to my knees, dread oozing every part of my body. My breath was falling out in pieces. My vision became blurry and red from panic. Or how I get confused. What? The elevator doors came to an automatic close to hide the sight. The sight of 3 friends being brutally killed. A hand stopped the doors. That's Say's hand. Ah! I felt a sharp impact. I knew she was a mastermind! Compromised my bone. Cracks creaked through my system into blazing pain. Something was sticking out of my shoulder. It looked like a bolt. I really thought Missy was the culprit on Ashley's body discovery. No, I was too obvious. No. The heat from the pain, the chill from the terror. I felt heavy and weak. I couldn't lift my eyes to see who had attacked me. My whole body crumpled without a fight. My head knocked into the floor, causing me to see the stars and... What? Nothing. Is this a bad ending or part of the story? This is the good ending.
I did it, right?
That voice.
I followed the rules of this stupid killing game, so please get me out of here. The ultimate prize is freedom, right?
It's Say? Oh?
Aki, please. I know it's your voice, so listen to mine and help me.
The ultimate prize?
Zero's voice.
You don't want the prize.
Zero's voice is weird again.
No, killing isn't the answer.
What?
After Say's remorseful cry, I could hear a pin drop. I could feel my heart struggling as my adrenaline rose. Killing isn't the answer? Then what were we doing here? This is wrong. It's all wrong. What was that?
Come on, you all. I'm being very generous right now. You don't want your opportunity to go.
No way! What just happened before my eyes? Okay. None of us can split up. Feels like an important choice. Maybe I should think carefully. Second chance? No, I'm not joining a group, bro! Oh, shit. They want me to join Lyle's group, don't they? Undertale determination? Dude! No. No. Wait. Okay, wait. I'm saving. Okay. Chat, we have to lock in right now. Okay, lock in, everyone. I'm gonna join Lyle's group. Yes. Due to deja vu, the announcement urging us to split up, the importance of this decision. But everyone was alive? Did those horrible things actually just happen, or did I imagine it?
Hey, come on, it's not that hard of a decision.
Echo, we need to get moving. Yeah. I couldn't begin to understand what happened when I went with Missy and Forte. Regardless, I didn't want to experience whatever that was again. Instead, I chose to go with Lyle and Cannon. I thought you would end the stream now. If I'm being honest, yeah, I should. Should I end the stream? Cause you saved. Okay, wait. Okay, I have an idea. Okay, I'm gonna go see what happens with Lyle and Cannon. And if I get the bad ending again, I'll end the stream. But if something else happens, I'll see what else. It was decided. I joined Lyle and Cannon near the foyer doors. Say joined Missy and Forte on the opposite side of the center glass table. Then that's that. Well, okay. Okay, let's go all the way back down there. Let's back in the other room. Oh, wait. It's like nothing happened. I can only hope nothing awful would happen here. No! Something awful is going to happen now. Okay. Okay. So you all decide to split up, huh? Okay, it's no, okay. Fancy bracelets, let's all look at you. Okay. Doesn't matter. Ship back on your folks later. The announcement ended. Law went over. Okay. Not so fast. Okay. This is some elevator hitch. Aw, shit. Eradicated room. Oh, but now I know the code! Wait. Okay, hold up. Give me a second. I'm pulling up the screenshot. Hold on. Please, everybody, be patient with me. Okay, wait. Maybe I don't need the screenshot. One sec. Log. Okay. Please go back up. Go. I can't go back up. Okay. Okay, wait. The screenshot. Wait, Moise, I have a job for you. Could you go back in time in the stream and see what the code was? Because I can't open up my screenshot right now. Okay. If you can, please, that would be great. And type it in the chat, please. Okay. As we passed the two side halls, I took a peek in. Okay. The entire time we explored, Cannon kept a safe distance from me as I pondered when was the best time to make amends. Oh my god. Okay. Lau was waiting for us back where we started.
About time you lot caught up.
What did you expect? You didn't demand we all... wait, the code to what? Okay, listen. So, when I got the bad ending, there was a door right here, and it had a keypad, and there was a code. The code, I saw it when I went with Missy and Forte. So, you should just go, like, a little back in the stream, and just get the code. It started with a 2, I know it. What did you expect? You didn't demand we all travel glued at the hip. Hey now. The two glared at each other. A palpable tension burned the air. So, did you find any signs of an exit? No. The hallway behind me just goes to the shared elevator, not an exit in sight. But I haven't looked in either of the rooms either. One of the rooms listed as a trophy room, and the other is strangely eradicated. Then let's check out the eradicated one. My interest is piqued. The three of us approached the unlisted room. Right here. Okay. There was a metal nameplate on the door. Did you get it? There was a metal nameplate on the door, but it was scratched out. The laser engraving lost underneath the messy hacking. Of course, the name is conveniently scratched away. Okay. See nothing but bad. The keypad. Wait, 6 digits? I stared at the keypad for a moment and thought back to the strange experience I had not long ago. Yet the book panel. Writing of... Oh, okay, never mind. You don't have to do that. 25110.
What?
The code. I think it's 2511110.
I repeat, what?
Should I try it? It's not like we have any other leads.
Are you nuts? No!
Well, why not?
Echo, you say you're not involved.
Okay, no. This has to be some kind of trick. You're setting me up for failure in that room. No. I don't know how to explain it. How? I know. It's just... I had this strange memory. When our group was splitting up, I went with Missy and Forte first. We went to Cyrus' room. Then I saw the 6 digits.
Yeah, right. That's awfully convenient information, don't you think?
We only split up once. I wish I could tell you, but I don't know. What happened earlier doesn't make a lick of sense to me either. There was a body discovery announcement. I think it was you.
Stop!
Lyle's voice cut the air.
Echo, I don't understand you. First you turn everyone against Art, then you deny Ashley's actions against Cyrus, and now you miraculously know the code for the door you've never even seen? Just what on earth are you up to? Give me a reason to believe you're not involved. What's stopping me from believing you're all part of the act for not having any remarkable talent, sabotaging the trials in every which way?
Hang on.
That's enough.
Do you really think I wanted this? Look, I'm just as frustrated as you are. It was never my intent to turn everyone against Art. The circumstances we were in demand of vote by cast, lest everyone suffer the consequence. You really believe I'm an input factor in this game? Don't you think for a second I wanted any of this to happen? I'm at a complete loss for how I'm even here to begin with. You really think I wanted my best friend to go through this emotional turmoil? One sec, I need some water. I can't with Echo's burst. Okay, great. Okay, emotional turmoil she went through, and when I found out I was in the game, you think I want her to die protecting me? Yikes. We're all in pain, and suffering isn't a competition, so I'm sorry that I don't have the answers to any of your questions, but I'm doing the best I can to combat these desperate feelings. After the second trial, I saw how hurt everyone looked. Not just for my sake, but when we found out ourselves in something horrible and inescapable. I never asked for this. This ultimate student nonsense. Maybe it was selfish to want to protect Ashley, but what did you expect? You wanted to protect Art, didn't you? Arguing like this isn't going to solve anything. I don't even know if the code will work, much less know what's in this room to begin with. I don't expect you to trust me with it, but it's the only thing we have at the moment. Lyle let out a defeated sigh.
I'm sorry, too.
I'm just trying to figure out the reason why the only person who gave me the time of day had to leave so quickly. His voice dropped to a low whisper.
I feel like I let Art down. Messed up big time. He was misled by me. Dick Pandora was suspicious. It's my fault, huh?
That was no different from me. He was trapped with the impression that his friend's downfall was a direct consequence from his actions. No, it's not as simple as that. No one is singularly at fault. I won't speak for behalf of Art, but given the threat of danger, I'm sure he just wanted to keep everyone safe. None of us could have known we would end up in this scenario, and Art, least of all, would truly want to cause harm.
He strangled Pandora, though.
I know. There's no denying that. He did what he thought was right to try and end the game. It's hard to say what's right and what's wrong. We can only move forward with our best judgment learned from what we've experienced. We have to try at least, right?
I'm tired, Echo. I can't sleep.
Intense insomnia core! Do you remember in what room did you find the code? No, don't worry. I already found it. Calm down. It's good. It's all good, man. Thanks for trying, though. Okay.
Whether we tried to be cautious or take a risk and test the rules, the situation ends up being the same. We're still trapped. It's trapped and doomed to. The responsibility of our past actions. We can't change anything that has happened.
Candace stared at the floor absently. Yeah, but there's nothing left to try. There was nothing to lose. Help! I just hope you can trust me on this. Code's gonna work. Alright, try the code. I nodded and approached the keypad. 2, 5, 1, 1, 1, 0, right? Oh! Yay! I guessed it! The keypad accepted the code, and the sound of the latch being released clicked out. It worked! Another crackling in the air interrupted me as I grasped the door handle.
Shoot! Did Zero catch us in the act?
My heart was racing. Did I actually set something off? Uh-oh. Okay. Okay. When or how did you find it, by the way? It just popped up. We didn't even have to do anything. I'm sorry. A gentle haunted piano. I don't care.
That's a good thing. Come on, Echo. Let's see what's inside there already.
Oh, right. Shaking the thought, I pushed the door open with a slow creak. What? Upon shutting the door, the ominous song increased its cooning within the room. We found ourselves in a hexagonal, eerie room with length capsule-like objects creating the centerpiece. Standing workstations lined the doors corresponding to the capsule objects on each wall. Miscellaneous monitors and controls filled each section. What is this place? We stepped in further. Is it winter or could in where you live? Yeah, it's winter. Our footsteps echoing through the chamber.
If I had to guess, considering our killing game scenario, one could say there ought to be a cold room to store bodies.
You think this is where they are?
Well, it would make sense since this place was hidden behind layers of precautionary security, though. It's not a very conventional design if that's the case.
I inched cautiously toward one of the large capsules. There was a small display monitor at the foot of the closed capsule that read "stable" in bright green letters. Spotting a small viewing window at the head of the capsule, I made my way over and peeked in. Oh, Eve! Say is literally a Smoogie 2.0. She is the mastermind. I know, right? Also, hi Makoto, how you doing? Dug back at the site. I recall seeing this person's visage when I was with Missy and Forte.
What is it?
Lau ran to the window, standing at the opposite side of me. His eyes widened. Hey, Kazuichi Soda and Shuichi Sahara have a similar name. Ignore the Ka from Kazuichi, even though it's his name. Yeah, you're right. Hi, Makoto! Makoto, someone's a little excited to see you. Lau ran to the window, standing at the opposite side of me. His eyes widened.
Is that Pandora?
This document says otherwise. Same last name, though. Cannon was holding Makoto, you missed everything. Lunchly is older than bro. Holding a medical chart that hanging near the stable indicator. It's her. My voice was barely a whisper. I stared at her, my vision twisted as I felt my heart racing. The other announcer Forte had discovered, along with Zero's true identity. The other announcer behind the killing game was right in front of me. Lau paused and took a step closer at the person in the capsule. He took the secret note that he had been holding onto and inspected it further. Without a word, he started unlatching the capsule. What are you doing? Are you going to take that person out of the capsule?
It's the person behind Eve! There's a pin on her shell that looks just like the Eve announcer symbol, and the symbol on the secret note.
She could be dangerous. What if she attacks us or something? She's not going to attack us.
Whatever, there's only 3 of us and 1 of her. Stay alert.
The final latch clicked, and cool air rushed out from the containment unit. We watched in awe as the glass automatically rose. Looked as she was asleep, a steady, barely noticeable rise and fall from her chest, indicating her shallow breath. Then, her eyelids twitched. 1 sec, I need some water. I can't do this right now. I can't deal with all this. All right.
How?
I need to do a different voice now. Her voice was hoarse but familiar. The formerly disembodied voice of Eve was now given a definite face. She stretched out, but before she could do anything, Lau stopped her.
Hey, what are you doing?
Please, I can't bear being in there a second longer.
She murmured wearily as she struggled with enormous effort to pull herself up. Come on, Lau, give me a hand. Lau grumbled in dissatisfaction, but helped anyway, guiding Eve out of her containment. She crumpled to the floor, completely fatigued. Are you okay? Like 2 persons, Makoto and me, real. Hi. And now 1 not sure. What? What are you saying, Moist? She could hardly shake out a response. Then I remembered. Here, if you are hungry. Reaching into my pocket, I offered her the jam Danish I had saved earlier. She generously accepted it, taking only a few bites before stopping altogether.
Oh, Pandora, what have I done to you?
Help? A blank, somber stare glazed over her tearful eyes. You're Gaia Esprit, right?
How do you know?
I don't know how to explain. I still don't know how to reasonably describe the strange occurrence I had experienced earlier that caused me to know things I shouldn't.
Wait, who is this?
It's okay. As Echo says, I'm Gaia Esprit, Pandora's twin sister who couldn't save her.
Twin sister? That explains the striking similarity to Pandora. It's Kaede. It's giving Kaede.
Save her? Doesn't that mean this note was from you in an attempt to contact her? What's your role in this involvement in the game?
Hang on. You wanted to try and save her? I thought since you were part of the game that No, you were working against us. What made you think that? With a heavy sigh, Gaia sat herself up against the base of the containment unit. I just finished watching William Henry, so... who is William? Something versus Rontro. Dude, it's so good! I love that rap battle.
You have a lot of questions. I'll try to answer them to the best of my ability.
I'm gonna make her voice more like Pandora.
Welcome to the testing chambers. It's a pleasure to meet you all. Echo, Lyle, and Cannon.
Oh wow, that voice crack says a lot. We gave Gaia some time to regain her strength as she cautiously savored the pastry I had given her. Rontro was spitting heavy bars, bro, for real! She sat herself in a chair at the smaller workstation as we idly waited. Lyle was noticeably impatient, and Cannon still and unreadable. Kaede versus Rontro, maybe even Smoogie versus Rontro. Smoogie versus Rontro should be fire. I want to see Echo Pine versus Makoto Naegi. That would be fire.
So, who are you in context of this game? Unlike Zero, who controls the many aspects of the killing game, I'm just an overseer. We're able to oversee the entire of the game from our captivity. Whoever is placed in one of the incubators,
yeah, me too, bro, yeah.
And one of the incubators has their consciousness removed from their body and incorporated into the technology of the facility.
Or Echo X any protagonist. For real, that would be fire. Echo X Hajime goes hard.
I was never originally part of this, but seeing as this containment unit has synonymous framework...
Echo versus Shuichi goes hard, dude.
Framework into collecting data from our consciousness and by psychology.
Dude, Echo versus Shuichi would go hard because they're practically like the same person.
I was able to wedge my way through the basic functions. But I'm concerned.
Bro, Lyle versus Kokichi.
But I'm concerned. It was Zero's request to open the foyer doors. I think he wanted you to find me in this room. I'm afraid he has something in store for me.
She shuddered at the thought. If what Gaia said was true, even she wasn't safe.
Is this a farce? A bunch of lies you make us to believe you're not a threat?
Lyle versus Mew goes hard. Mastermind Echo Pine. Ignore the emojis. I will. Don't worry. Also, that's how you spell pine. Like Dipper Pines. Or Missy versus Kirumi. Go. Yes. I would love to see that. Pandora versus Sonia.
I'm sorry I cannot provide much details to convince you. You'll just have to take my word for it.
In that case, where is Zero?
His body is one of the other units. However, he is in much worse condition.
Gaia pointed at one of the other units on the opposite side of the hexagonal centerpiece. Okay, critical and red. Oh, he looks sad. It was as she said, the visage of Zero in the unit, but his hair and clothing were different, just unlike the student profile of Akihiko. You know Gravity Falls? Of course I know Gravity Falls!
It's him. Akihiko Quartz, otherwise known as the ultimate radio host. Zero, the despair program infected version of Akihiko, has control over malicious threats.
I ceded control. No, he doesn't. Wait. I have a theory. Okay, Zero right now that's over the killing game being very bitchy. He's actually good guy. Akihiko's bad guy. I don't know though.
That note, it was Pandora's room gift.
I composed the note. Imagine a rebot to it. At least what? Well, we'll be able to see them again. Yeah, that would be fire.
I composed the note for Pandora and whoever could recognize the other emblem. Whoever could recognize Zero's, or rather, Akihiko Quartz emblem. But I haven't had any luck.
Reboot, yeah. Zero's being controlled. He's literally Monokuma. For real! Huh? Guy doesn't know who the other insider is? Sei's profile was attached with this Akihiko's, after all.
Wait a minute.
I heard Cannon's hush muttering.
Well, what are we waiting for?
Huh?
Why don't we just release him from the unit and be done with this game?
That is not advice. That is just Akihiko's body. The one operating the game is Zero, a forked consciousness of Akihiko that has been merged with the Despair program.
Oh, yeah, didn't think about it, yeah.
I didn't know Akihiko's real consciousness is faring. I worry he's far too gone. If we release him, it's possible Zero could malfunction.
But it could also kill the host. Oh, man, fuck the host consciousness. Who cares?
So what? A small price to pay for all the hell he's put us through, for real.
No, please, it's not him. It's the fault of the Despair Program, the Preservation Project, the Ultimate Prize. Gaya's eyes were dark. All of this, a charade conducted with appalling precision for the purpose of the Ultimate Prize, a complete and utter hoax. Bye, you're one of the few streamers that really read chat. Help, by the way. Dude, I actually read chat a lot because, one sec. Future Foundation ripoff? For real. Because, honestly, y'all are all I have in this world. It's a hoax. I recall what I heard earlier before I found myself back at the group split session. The ultimate prize is... Oh, wait. The ultimate prize is freedom, right?
The ultimate prize? You don't want it.
So you're a Foundation ripoff, for real. What is the ultimate prize? Not a second after my hush... Oh, no!
No!
Darkness.
Lyle's gift, direct from his fears to you.
Oh, Lyle has a fear of the dark. Makoto's Foundation.
Only murder will lift the darkness.
Oh, poor Lyle. What? How is anyone meant to see anything in darkness, let alone do something as calculated as murder? Calm yourselves. He wouldn't cut the power in his former body. The body is still in the containment unit. Something's gonna happen. Are you sure? That aside, Lyle, Cannon, are you okay? There was no response from either of them. However, I heard a sharp, half-heard gasp. Heck. It sounded like he was having a fit. His voice was tight. Lyle, are you okay? It's dark. I can't. Hang in there. Poor Lyle. A flash briefly bled through the darkness. Guy is standing, okay, holding a light. This should help. A flashlight and an emergency kit below my capsule. It's giving Danganronpa Chapter 1. Yeah, real. Yes, thank you. I took the flashlight and directed beam towards the hall, allowing Chihiro for real, yeah. Come on, deep breaths. His breaths were broken, but he was making an effort to control his breathing. Aw, look at Lyle. He's afraid of the dark. Such a loser. I love him. I tried to comfort him, rubbing his trembling back as he tried to steady himself. As Gaia and I gave Lyle time to recoup, I noticed something strange. Wait, where's Cannon? Cannon! I called out to her, but no, not again! Did she get lost? Damn it, she has to be up. It's no good. As much as I couldn't help but jump at the same conclusion, I felt there had to be another reason for her disappearance. Don't say that. As much as we all hated to see the truth in the first trial, Cannon still helped us. And she even gave me the group photos she took after Ash's trial. See, oh my ripoff! Lyle gives off Kokichi and Echo gives off Shuichi. For real! No. Dude, my theory? Lyle is Shuichi and Kokichi's child, guys. All the signs are there. Hey, there's a theory about Smoogie that she slowly regrets the game, but I'm not sure about it. She probably does. I mean, she was being like, I don't know, I haven't finished it. I have to watch 3. She probably went to look for the other 3. How could she possibly see in pitch darkness?
Why didn't she just still and like she do nothing like she always does?
I can't say. I just hope she doesn't do anything outrageous. She's a Danganronpa fan. Yeah, she is.
Sure, but there's no telling what could happen to her, though.
Irk. Oh god. No, we're cooked. Sorry. Trial grounds? Oh shit, we're cooked. Okay. No, Cannon's not dead, you know. Not on the fucking trial. Fuck. Just as Zero said that the lights would be granted a period of time. It was Missy! Okay, then another body. No, Missy's dead! Or Forte. Forte could have killed. Oh, wait. Gaia, do you know who was killed? Gaia shifted nervously. I cannot see anymore. After being removed from the containment unit, I can only do much as you participants can. That is until I gain control from the systems here. Gaia quickly made herself busy. Okay, wait.
This can't be happening.
So we have to go up in there. I don't know what we'll find, but...
Another death. What else could occur in this damned place?
Didn't care for the indication of tone, but Tile was right. Tile? Nah, bro, who's Tile? Lyle, my bad. At this point, it would be foolish to expect anything less than death. However, I just wanted to know that whoever remained was still safe. Let's go. We should try to rend Voss and whoever's left.
What about her? Can we trust that she doesn't try anything funny?
Gaia was deep in thought, her attention fixed on the workstation near Zero's. Go ahead.
I've been investigating this group for some time. There's still much to learn from here.
Wait, the chapters take days on this Danganronpa fan game? Yes.
I'll do what I can to shore up information. Don't worry about me. I'll be on my own. But I know better than to let my guard down.
Gaia was focused on the workstation. Gaia is actually a really beautiful name. Data filling the monitors with lines and lines of who knows what. It didn't seem like she would be moving soon, so Lyle and I left her to her work. Okay, be careful.
Thank you.
Who died? It better not be Forte.
Come on!
What is it?
The elevator isn't working!
We can't just wait around for the elevator. Let's just hurry up the stairs. Hurry. Lyle's going to kill himself. I call it the end of the killing game in chapter 5. I call it. Yeah, he's probably going to kill himself.
She better not be conniving with Zero after all.
Lyle growled to himself, but I didn't reply. It was impossible for me to say whether or not Gaio was truly on our side or not. But after freeing her from her captivity, I had a feeling she wasn't hostile. Aside, regardless, there were more immediately pressing matters to attend to. Making an about face, we rushed to the hall and back up the stairs. Returning to the floor, we were met with it. Missy! No! Makara, I don't think that quite matters right now! As we closed in on her, the first thing I noticed was a large slash cut into her chest. Her drooping body was held upright against the elevator door, jammed between the elevator cab and the floor, preventing the doors from shutting. I called it!
Shit!
We rushed to her side, all while maintaining a cautious distance. No, someone else is dead! I reached for her, but I noticed her bracelet. Lyle, before we make any conclusions. I was concerned, of course, but I drew Lyle's to her wrist. She's still alive! Let's go. And shit, I mean, Echo is gonna, I knew she would die next chapter. She's not dead! Echo is gonna have a new No That's Wrong animation at the end, or, how do they say it? Yeah. Phew. It doesn't matter! Hurry up! And why did the body discovery announcement go off?
She's alive, right? Get her up and let's figure it out.
Lyle kneeled down, trying to wake her up from whatever daze she was in as I returned to her glasses. Her eyes fluttered as she groaned, reaching toward the deep cut in her chest. Missy!
Uh-oh. Echo and Lyle?
Come with me! Her eyes snapped open as she leapt into the elevator, clicking the button of tile grounds. Forte or Cannon is dead! And that makes me extremely depressed. She's alive. Wait, both Cannon and Forte are going to be dead, I call it. Upon arrival, we were met with another gruesome encounter. Forte! The dagger? Oh, Forte. And Say! Say? What the Sigma? Forte's body was covered in... Forte, for real, I love this gay ass! And Say? Yeah, Say was the mastermind all along, I knew it. Forte's body was covered in blood, and Say, stained with the liquid as well, was sitting on the floor in an emotionless daze, staring at him. Or Forte killed himself. Say did it, or Missy did it, yeah. She said nothing as the three of us surrounded Forte's body. His bracelet was tinged with the sickening, bright pink color that indicated his death status, as if the pools of blood didn't indicate it clearly enough.
What the hell happened when we split up?
Astonishment painted Missy's face as she took in the scenery. We whipped around at the most damned person, the one drenched in blood.
What?
Say's detached expression told us nothing, or perhaps everything.
I'm sorry, I have no idea what happened.
You'd better not be lying!
I'm not...
Missy flinched and tenderly tried to cover her wound. Correct, yo, real.
Investigate as you wish. I won't stop you, I need to clean this up.
Missy tottered through the elevator and into the infirmary on the other side, leaving us with the victim and Say. What other fandoms are you on? Who, me? Or Makoto?
So, care to share anything, Say? Didn't think so. This is a mess.
No kidding. You. Danganronpa, DDLC, Yandere Simulator, Danganronpa Lapse, Octonauts? That counts? Let me think. I think that's it. My Little Pony? Shit, let me think. I think that's it, actually. Yeah, that's probably it. Is it really up to us to investigate? We were just about the furthest away from the crime. How could we begin to interfere what occurred 4 floors above? Not Octonauts, bro. I love Octonauts, bro.
It's only up to us. Does it look like either Say or Missy are gonna fess up? They're covered in blood.
The Amazing Digital Circus. I like the Amazing Digital Circus, but like not enough that I'm in the fandom. Yeah, you're right. At the very least, we were together with Gaia, so that solidifies our alibi somewhat. Having said that, Cannon was still nowhere to be found. Could it be?
Then let's get to it.
Cannon's dead. I'm sorry, Cannon's dead. Cannon's dead because it's chapter 3. 2 people died on chapter 3. I want to talk to Say. What did you do now? Say was emotionless and expressionless. She didn't dare to look at anything except the body that lay before her. I didn't know where to begin questioning her. I didn't want to suspect her, but... Dude, what do you mean you didn't want to suspect her? You know it's her. You saw her from that flashback. She has blood on her hands, bro. It's literally like, caught you red-handed, Say. She didn't appear to make any attempt at hiding her involvement either. I stammered for a minute before giving up entirely.
So what's the big idea, Say? Saying nothing just makes you more suspicious, you know.
Well, it's clear it doesn't make her any less suspicious either.
Sure, but blood makes a compelling case in favor of suspicion of murder. Thanks for nothing.
Okay, I guess we're investigating Forte. She's right in front of the body with blood on her hands. What do you mean you don't want to suspect her? For real, like, caught you red-handed. No, it couldn't have been her, Echo. It looks like he was stabbed multiple times before the culprit plunged the dagger firmly in one spot. Surrounding the dagger stuck in his body, Forte had several tears in his shirt, exposing the lacerations in his abdomen underneath. The lacerations were noticeably clustered around his abdominal area. Oh my god, I feel so bad. The dagger. Forte's body was lying face up with a familiar dagger stuck in his abdomen. That's Darling's dagger. If this scenario were anything like the... imagine Lyle was the mastermind. I'd cry. No, but I feel like that... Wait. Oh my god, it could be Lyle now that you think about it. Now that I think about it, bro. Like the scenario when I went... hey, so you guys would like to be on a danganronpa, not IRL, by the way. Like, you get teleported, I don't know how. To get in a game, and if you die, you get back to reality. I would love that! Absolutely. Bro, I for real want to go. I don't have any hope for humanity. If this scenario were anything like the scenario when I went with Missy to investigate, I could only assume the dagger came from her possession. But why did Missy herself suffer a huge slash? Because it was Say! I would want to be in Danganronpa, bro. For real. Kaide reference? Yes! Dude, okay, it was literally so obviously Say, it's not even funny. Say stabbed him. Missy saw it. She slashed her across the chest. It's so obvious. I want to meet Fuyuhiko. I want to meet Hajime. But why did Missy herself suffer a huge slash? Because of fucking Say. It's pretty obvious. Okay, let's discuss. We can only talk with Lyle right now, so. Any thoughts?
Just the one. That Say is the culprit.
Seems plainly clear enough, but does it seem like something she would do? Yes! I want to meet Nagito. Yeah, honestly, I just want to give Nagito a hug.
Well, who knows? It's likely that while the other group was investigating, something occurred that provoked her.
Oh, I figured you might want to know a little more about her since you two have been talking lately.
It's nothing like that. She doesn't talk much. I usually just think out loud to her. For how she might behave, I can't put a pin on her. So excluding the obvious potential culprit, I'm up a creek.
Say has multiple personality disorder like Toko, and she turned into genocide of Sho/Jack and killed Forte, even though he falsed his death. Yeah, okay, I agree with Makoto's theory. Could work, but I feel like Say just had it in her the entire time, if I'm being honest. It was only understandable that both of us were stumped. Wait, really? What do you mean, wait, really?
We'll see what changes when Cannon shows up, dead or alive, that is.
She's dead, I know it. Let's investigate. Is there anything else we can investigate? No? Can't talk to anyone. Is there something on Forte's body I'm missing? The blood? Oh? Behind Forte's head was a sizable pool of blood. Possible he fell backwards and the back of his head slit from impact. The thought was upsetting. That's it? That's all I can investigate? Everything? Okay. Okay, now I can continue. Okay. How long have I been live?
I've been live for 2 hours and 14 minutes? 20 minutes?
What the hell? The scene was gruesome. Despite that, there didn't seem to be much of a note.
I just lost my dog, and my brother told me how to feel. Did you find anything?
Or to say, I have half of an idea of what happened to be a stretch. Yeah, I'm cooked, bro. There's very little to draw conclusions from. Well, except for Lau and I looked at Sei. Forte's body, Sei's bloodied state, and an essentially locked room. It couldn't be more straightforward.
I can't believe this. Is there even a victim report?
Maybe if we return to the foyer, we'll find one
No, Cannon's gonna be dead!
I'd like to see the victim report as well. I'm displeased to say that I'm unaware of what happened here. If the screen goes black, Cannon's dead. Okay. Sei's dead. No, Cannon's dead. Is she? No, she's not. Arriving at the floor, Lau went straight for the main kiosk. I stepped out, but stopped at the familiar sight. Uh-oh. A familiar photograph of Darling was on the floor. It had a small puncture at the top of it. Huh? I've seen this before. Bro, someone, a relevant character we never knew was going to appear in the last chapter and be, like, related to the mastermind. For real! Hey, do you know FNAF? And if, yes, FNAF 6 or Only Henry Speaks. I love FNAF, man. I actually had security breach for, like, a month. I couldn't get past the daycare, and that's kind of embarrassing, if I'm being honest. Yes? Okay. It was the same photograph Missy received for her special gift, but at the same time, it wasn't with her when she received it. However, I noticed that the wall near the elevator had a similarly small puncture that matched the photograph. Could it be? Yeah, like with Darling's dagger like last time. But if the photo is on the floor, and the puncture is on the wall, and the dagger is in a different place, someone must have taken the dagger out of the wall. What did it mean if it meant anything at all?
Hey, Echo, the victim report's over here!
Sorry, I'm coming! I hustled over to Lyle as he waved the postcard-sized black sheet. Gulp. Forte solo. Victim was discovered on trial grounds. He will give Mukuro vibes for real. The estimated time of death is 13:45. Oh, I can't wait for the class trial, and I'm gonna make Sei sound so, like, depressed. I'm gonna be able to have a different voice for her. It's amazing. What is that it? What? Is that it?
You're telling me? This is completely useless!
It doesn't even say cause of death.
Oh, we're pulling a Kokichi and Kaito last trial here. I see. Yes, it's all dodgy. I wonder if Guy had something to do with manipulating the report. No, she didn't!
He was stabbed in the back of the head. That's what killed him. And then he was stabbed several times in the abdomen to make it seem like that was the cause of death. I know it. You think she had something to do with it?
Well, I'm not ruling out the possibility.
Wait, then who's Kaito? It can't be Ashley, but who? I mean, you're right.
Well,
Canon could be it, if I'm being honest. I don't think there's like a Kaito. I just feel like the cause of death is like not that obvious because it wasn't put there, and when it's not put there, that's just suspicious. But yeah, I grumbled at the thought of another suspicious act. Oh, that reminds me, Canon is still absent. I hope she's okay. Sei's gonna have a Mikon moment in the class trial. I'm calling it. Bro, Sei's about to go.
It's not fair. Why won't you forgive me?
She must be. If she were dead, another victim report would have turned up. No, it wouldn't, because we haven't discovered the body. That's not very comforting. Yeah, maybe or even Lyle is the mastermind both, and he kills himself. Yeah. Sei's expression remained as somber as before. Okay.
The trial might start any minute now. Let's use our time wisely to get information out of those two.
Let's talk to Sei first. That's because Sumiki's line. Yay! I remember it, bro. I remember it top to bottom. Sei, are you okay? Did you get hurt or anything? Zuniki. Who is Zuniki, bro?
No, I'm fine.
You're fine? Sei nodded. That's good to hear.
Why do you care?
Well, you're safe. That's always good news. So she came out of that mess completely unscathed. Unlike Missy, who received a nasty scar. And unlike Cannon, who was completely missing. Where'd she come from? I don't know, man! What was going on? Do you have anything to say about being at the crime scene?
No, it should be crystal clear what happened there.
You say that, but... Say closed her eyes and turned away, ending the conversation promptly. I couldn't bring myself to believe it. By the way, that phrase, it's a pattern. It's a breakdown because. For real.
But what? There's no more to be said about this, is there?
5 days and 5 people are dead. Zooey, mama, for real.
She's asking for this. She shouldn't even be at a trial for something as clear as this.
I don't want to jump to hasty conclusions, okay?
And apologize.
Dude, I think Correcchio wants you to apologize, if I'm being honest. Maybe he doesn't want you to apologize. I don't know, though. We might suffer the consequences of a poor decision if we go with the most obvious. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. We should be careful. The trial was our only chance to clear the conclusion, even if it did look clear as day. One sec. Correcchio scream, real! Missy, are you alright?
I'll survive. Fortunately, the cut wasn't too deep.
That's a relief. What happened?
To be honest, I haven't the foggiest. I can hardly even recall how I ended up where I did.
And they were all culprits of that chapter. Yeah, for real.
Start from the top. What did your group do when we split up?
I need more water. One sec. Okay. What did your group do when we split up? Visited Cyrus' room. We know all of this. Well, Missy's story lined up with strikingly similarity of what she did when I explored the main floor with her and Forte. If this was true, it's likely I knew exactly what information was detailed, thanks to the strange occurrence I experienced. While we were idling in the trial grounds, the motives directed at Forte and Say came into play. Forte had kind of a sorrowful look about him when he heard the song, and Say, she got nothing. And Mikon and Correcchio did it for love, for real.
We hit a dead end. We searched the most damning places we could in our area, and still yet nothing cropped up. That said, I decided to employ what I learned about Say from the files. She has some connection to Zero.
She knows Say knows Zero?
Oh, yeah. The only ones who know about Say and Zero were the ones who stayed in the foyer and investigated Cyrus's confidential information. And Correcchio's love was strange. Nah, I don't think that was love, bro.
It's not love, it's just lust. It's not love, it's just lust. Yes, I pleaded for her to share what she knew, but she would admit it for the sake of escaping our enclosure. But rather than assisting, it appears she snuck the dagger from my possession and lashed out at me.
Say attacked you? Class of 09 reference. Real?
I'm afraid so. I must have said something wrong to provoke her. At that point, all I can recall is toppling back from the sudden offense as Forte put himself between me and Say. She made the threat to harm herself.
Oh no!
Directing the dagger at herself, which Forte made a move to take the dagger, but seeing as she's unharmed, it was a false alarm.
What do you think Echo's execution would be like? For something like the ultimate memory, I have some pretty gruesome thoughts. Maybe he'd be strapped down to a table while being dissected in the brain aggressively until he just dies. It would be slightly painful.
I probably hit my head or something, because I must have blacked out until you two came.
Missy trailed off. It was discovered to see her so unsure. As far as your admission goes, Say was the last one wielding the dagger. The very same one that planted in Forte's body right now. His brain would get ripped out. Yeah, that sounds funny.
That's correct.
There doesn't seem any other conclusion here, is there? This is essentially a locked room murder, which with only one possible culprit.
It would be difficult to contest otherwise. I just wouldn't be able to sit with myself if I really did cause her to spiral this far.
Her voice cracked with remorse. I wanted to reassure her that it wasn't her fault, but I didn't want to lie and let anyone down. The situation was getting more and more bleak by the minute.
By the way, where's Cannon?
Wish we could tell you. Lao looks like a Genshin Impact. It looks like a Genshin Impact character. I don't know. I just noticed. Honestly, I don't like Genshin Impact. I tried getting into it. I tried like asking my friends like, "Oh, I want to get into Genshin Impact. It looks so cool." And then my friends were like, "No, it's racist, and I have no respect for people who play Genshin Impact." And I was like, "Oh, okay." So I didn't. I didn't play Genshin Impact. Wish we could tell you. Plus, it's just like it's pay to win, dude.
Looks like you didn't see her crawling around up here either.
Maybe they show them memories until they get their eyes out. They were being holded to not close. Yeah, that sounds about right.
She disappeared while we were investigating beyond foyer doors. Can't say where she ran off to, though.
And they're trapped. Yeah.
I see. Her absence during all this is quite disconcerting. Not to mention, I don't seem to have the revolver.
No! Cannon!
You have got to be kidding.
The revolver was missing. No! Cannon, please! Don't do it! Don't do it! You're not! No. I don't care. Go check on Cannon. Cannon killed herself? Seems like the most plausible answer.
Yeah, you don't seem surprised.
Why is no one concerned?
Those two student profiles.
Okay, I don't care. Go check on Cannon.
Echo, a word?
After talking to Miss Hanley, Lau and I shuffled off to the sidebar. I wonder what could have put everyone in such precautious situations.
Never mind that. We have a very clear culprit here. Don't you agree? If we point out who it is right away, the answers will come spilling out.
I don't know if it's as simple as you think.
Don't get all contemplative on me.
Look, it's dangerous to make assumptions. I don't want to suffer needless consequences if we can help it.
I get that, but don't discount a healthy suspicion. There's no use in blindly following someone's word and word alone. Especially when one's adrenaline starts messing with their perception of the situation. Facts can get muddled up.
Hey, was there really a false discovery of Kokichi he then gets up? I don't quite know what happened in Kaito and Kokichi's trial. I just know that Kokichi not Kokichi. Kaito had on a Kokichi outfit and he was acting like Kokichi the entire trial, and that's all I know. Also, something about the exisals. Especially when Also, not there, I think. Yeah. Also, dude, literally Lyle, I respect Lyle a lot because like he's trying his best to do stuff. But Maki had a breakdown. Yeah, I know. I remember that. I watched a Kai Maki compilation and I literally started shedding tears when I came to that part. Anyway, by the way, can I tell you how he died, Kokichi? Hydraulic press. I know. I have some huge respect for Lau, but he's like form of getting answers out of people is just too aggressive. He like just screams at them.
Agreed. We've experienced it personally.
The Kokichi fake death was in chapter 3. Yeah.
Lau and I were on the same page.
Although, no, it wasn't. And what about Kaito? Kaito got executed. Kokichi fake death wasn't in chapter 3. The people who died in chapter 3 was Tenko and Angie, right?
Lau and I were on the same page, although our approaches were different. Kaito got executed in chapter 5.
Wait, what? That's some new info. I didn't know that. I thought they both like died on the same chapter. The only thing we had to go in our situation. Okay. We had he fell through the floorboard. Oh, that wasn't. Oh yeah, that one. Oh my god. Oh hi. I forgot your name. Hi Kaz. He fell through the floorboards. I thought you were talking about the other fake death.
We have to put our heads together. Okay. Okay.
Where on earth is Cannon, though?
Last I recall, she was acting a little worrisome last night.
Uh-oh. She's not the most trustworthy, okay? Running around doing who knows what, though I shouldn't stir the pot, I suppose.
I sighed. I couldn't disagree with Lyle's stance, but Cannon did make an attempt to cheer me up somewhat.
Go check on her, bro, for real!
I couldn't flatter to accuse Lyle. I couldn't help but think her behavior was the result of me rejecting her photograph.
Please. I just want to make sure Cannon's okay.
Jeez, what is going on this time?
By the way, Kaito failed. He died from his. Yeah, I know. He died from his illness just in time.
There slid open once more. Cannon.
Oh my God! Thank Jesus!
She's alive!
Yay! Cannon crept into the elevator. The doors finally closed and began to move. She was alive, thankfully. Cannon! Yay!
Where the hell have you been?
Thank God for her! I thought she did something. We didn't hear a single breath from her. Yay! Her silence was deafening. She faced away from the rest of us, completely unreadable. Cannon was alive after all, but her behavior after last night and her absence during this whole mess was worrisome. Now she can be Kaito, for real. Cannon, I whispered, but she didn't react at all. Cannon made a haunting re-entry. Given what we know about a revolver gone missing, Cannon's disappearance from the testing chambers moments before the body discovery announcement, was I too late? Was this my fault? 11-inch odd chapter. That was the longest chapter of my life. Is Cannon the culprit? That's what I wish not. I hope Say's the culprit so we can end this killing game. I really wish Forte had survived though. He was a little useless though. Okay, everyone, I think that's where I'm going to leave it today. That was a lot at once, if I'm being honest. Thank you for joining me in this almost 3-hour long live stream. But that was quite worrisome. Okay, thank you all for joining me. Bye. I love you guys. Merry Christmas.